Shalom, sis. Drop me a one if y'all can hear me, because I know my broadcast was interrupting before I even went live, so it was like acting up. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to successfully get through this because it was tripping. Hey, military science. Hey, Nana. Hey, Fred. Nothing much, Fred. Your girl got a birthday coming up, so I'm trying to plan something. My husband want me to actually step away from everything and just plan something. I really don't want to do much, but so he's talking to me about different ideas and stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to enjoy my birthday this weekend. Um and then my daughter's next weekend and prepare for this fast. So I hope you guys are getting prepared for this fast or planning to prepare for this fast because I am so looking forward to it. I am so looking forward to it. Hey, the real shopaholic. July 15th. It's Sunday, actually, but I'm gonna be celebrating this weekend. The 15th. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna plan something. I'm gonna figure something out. I know I want to do iFly. I know I want to do the little flying thing. We talked about that, and I did it. My husband is afraid of heights, but not me. So I know I want to do the iFly thing. So other than that, I really don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come through and say what's up to everybody and see how everybody is doing. Let everybody know that I'm doing well. I just have a lot on my plate. And I'm trying to juggle everything. I'm still working behind the scenes on this case, but not so much as I was before because I'm actually waiting for the fast. Okay, I'm waiting for the fast. But I did come across some old stuff that I had saved in my phone, and it kind of a light went off like, wow. And I'm just talking about some old stuff that we all seen back in the days that we all screenshotted. And I know that, it was rumors going around in the beginning that, these people real pages and a lot of information was just made up and all this stuff. But I'm going to use some of this stuff. Because I found a lot of stuff that kind of support everything I've been saying. Okay, I found a lot of confessions from these kids in the beginning that had supported a lot of stuff that I said. And of course, it was a lot of truth mixed with lies, of course. But the fact that they was running a mouth and it is some truth in there, and I believe it's some truth to a lot of stuff that, we were seeing in the beginning. I'm going to use some of that stuff to help build my case. So I'm going to show y'all a couple of these screenshots and what made me want to do that and bring this up is because I got an email from one of my subs, and I don't think I had responded to you yet because I was still trying to figure out what to say. But you asked me who was Young Rose or Ruse, Raos. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. Young Rios or Ruse or whatever. And we really didn't too much talk about him. But I did have a lot of information on dude. During my persons of interest study. But unfortunately, the person that I was studying that information with, I think this person decided to back away from the case because this person was talking, for a while about just stepping away from the case. And, especially when we, came across a lot of stuff about the family. So, this person had either removed themselves from, Instagram, and we had a heck of a conversation, a lot of information in our DMs, or they blocked me, because they just didn't want to deal with it, So I don't know what the case may be, but I cannot access that information that I had on Young Ruse. I mean, we had his address, we had where he was from, we had the time frame he was in Chicago, we had a lot of information on him. And I don't think it was really enough to really do a whole video on him and call him out, but I definitely was going to insert the information that I got on him somewhere down the line. But I didn't think that this person would, disappear off Instagram, and all our information and research was just going to go down the drain. And that's what ended up happening. So I really don't have too much on him, but I do remember that the dude was from Detroit. I do remember he was from Detroit, and he stayed in Chicago or visited Chicago, or maybe from Chicago, but stayed in Detroit, you know. So I don't know, but we did find that out about him. And we did compare the photos. We did compare his photos, you know, because we did find at the time his real Facebook page, you know, because we had his birth records. We had everything on dude. Okay, y'all. So we compared the pictures with the picture on the footage of, you know, the dude in the gray hoodie who everybody is saying was him. And we wasn't really 100% sure if that was him. I do remember that. We thought it did look like him, but we wasn't 100% sure if that was actually him in a gray hoodie. Or if somebody had pretty much threw him in it, because from our research, the dude was from Detroit, or he even lived in Detroit at the time. Like I said, I don't remember because I did a lot of research on a lot of people, but he had a Detroit link. And so it was a lot of things that kind of stood out to us about him. Like, you know, maybe he kind of got thrown into it with everybody else, you know, so we wasn't 100% sure. And we was definitely going to go back and, you know, look into it and everything, but she ended up disappearing. So I ended up losing all of that research on him. But I do got some old screenshots that we found in the beginning, and y'all probably got some too. So if anybody got some old screenshots, old confessions, conversation with Young Rue, send them to me. But I do have some that I actually found. And like I said, I don't know exactly 100% who he is on that footage. I don't know if 100% if he's the guy with the gray sweater on. I'm believing so, but I don't know. I don't know 100% what role he played in it, you know, just to answer your question. But the person that sent me the email made me kind of go back to those old photos and stuff that I had on my phone, and just started looking at, you know, where he fit in at. Like, you know, how did his name even come up? Because we really don't even see his name even being mentioned in any other narratives. You know, nobody even mentioned him being at the party. You know, and dude in a gray sweater came so late in the game, you know, it really kind of made me wonder, like, dang, is that what role he played altogether? So I really don't know when it comes to Young Rules, or whatever his name is. But I'm gonna pull up some of these screenshots that I had saved on my phone, and we gonna look at some of his confessions and the shit that he was actually putting out there, him and Monifa. If y'all can remember what I'm talking about. Shalom. Hey, Don. Hey, Vanessa. Let me know if you guys can't hear me or anything, because I'm like behind the scenes now looking at my emails and stuff. So if anytime you guys can't hear me, just drop me a 2. And like I said, my device is acting up, or my internet. I don't know what the hell it is, but I was losing signal before I even started broadcasting. So okay, good, cool. But yeah, if you guys know who I'm talking about, I really don't know what role dude played. But in the beginning, remember, it was a lot of conversation mentioned, a lot of screenshots taken, because we was catching a lot of stuff that these people were saying, you know, and pretty much blaming each other for it. And we remember we was hearing Young Rue's being actually blamed for raping Kanika or doing something to Kanika. And we was seeing a conversation of a Young Rue's and Monifa going back and forth. Was that really him or his page? I don't know. And see, that's another thing we really have to consider, you guys. These people have each other's login pages, login information. Okay, so just because we actually see a post from somebody don't mean that that person actually wrote it. Okay, we have to consider the fact that these are a gang, they are a family, and they share each other's password. Most of them do. Okay, so but we were seeing a conversation between a page, a Young Rules page, and a Monifa page. Okay. I was seeing this stuff in the very beginning, but when I decided to do my own research behind the scenes and start making videos and everything, I put away all the distractions, all the stuff that I believe was distractions. So when it came to that, those a lot of those confessions and stuff in the beginning, I said I wasn't going to pay attention to them at the moment because I didn't want those confessions and fake emails and all that stuff to kind of steer my mind, and create a narrative. I didn't want it to do that. I wanted to be able to go into this thing pretty much blindfolded as if I knew nothing and start from the beginning. Start fresh. And that's what I did. And I knew it was going to be a time where I was going to actually go back to those old confessions and, screenshots and stuff that I saved. But I said in the beginning, when I started working on this stuff myself, I don't want to pay attention to the distractions. I want to get all the distractions out the way. But I actually believe there's a reason for the distractions. Okay. And there was a certain time when we needed to actually look at the distractions. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. My stuff is real slow right now. Good afternoon, CG. Good afternoon. Where's the love? Another thing to you guys. For everybody that sent me the confirmation of their participation in the fast, I replied with the information. If you guys did not get a reply, let me know, and I'll go ahead and send that out to you today. Okay, I tried to make sure I got everybody, and I'm looking for more emails, you guys, because we definitely want as many as participants as we can get. I actually want a minimum of 100. I'm gonna speak that out into the atmosphere. We want a minimum of 100 participants in this universal fast. Okay, hold on. So you guys make sure you email me so you can get the information. Okay, Vanessa, just send me another email. You don't have to explain yourself, but just send the email and say, "Hey, this is Vanessa," and I'll send you a reply. Okay. Hey, Steph, because some of my emails just got lost in a whole bunch of junk mail and other stuff, so I could have accidentally strolled past it. That's why I wanted to make sure to mention it to you guys. All right, so let's look at some of these old quote unquote confessions. I don't know why my stuff is taking so long to download. Okay. I am on my daughter tablet because my computer is still, I have to put it in the shop. So I'm still using her stuff and it's working kind of slow. I didn't even actually expect to come on here today and do this. I really just wanted to catch up with you guys and say what's up to you. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna respond to her email about Young Rules, and show her some stuff that I found interesting in the conversations that was going back and forth. about this is I done ended the whole damn live and it's still on. Let me hear my camera. This is crazy, y'all. Google is really messing with me and YouTube. Okay. I actually ended the live because I was gonna start it over, but for some reason it was still going. Y'all probably heard me going off on my kids and everything. But I mean, I wasn't cussing enough, but just telling them to quiet down. But anyway, am I back? Can y'all hear me? Drop me a one if y'all can hear me. Okay. I'm glad y'all ain't see me because I wasn't all the way decent when I'm behind the camera. Okay. Hey, Tosh. This Google thing is tripping. I actually ended the live because I was just gonna start it all over again. I didn't know that it was still going. So thank y'all for sticking around. This thing is crazy. Okay, now let me try to pull up these screenshots and stuff that I wanted to show y'all real quick. I apologize about that. I already told y'all I was having some complications before I even started, so I had a feeling it wouldn't let me broadcast for the longest. Like I was trying to go live at 12 o'clock. Okay, I can't see the chat room. I'm turning it on now. Melissa, I just got your email, honey. Okay, here it is. I know y'all like she is the slowest YouTuber ever. Y'all, I'm seriously new at this, still new at this. Because I don't do this all the time. I only do it when I'm, talking to y'all. And that's not often, I'm not on here as much as a lot of the other YouTubers and stuff. But let me go ahead and try to pull this up. Okay, like I said, these are just some screenshots and stuff that we found. I found some with the young rules boy or whatever, and some more with some different people who we don't know, we've never heard of. We just don't know them at all. They was mentioned in the beginning, but they not mentioned in the statements or the narratives. We don't really know who they are on camera. But we had all these different confessions. Are y'all actually seeing this on the screen? Maybe I got to upload my page again or refresh my page again. Drop me a one if y'all can see this because it's not showing up on my phone. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just y'all remember some of these screenshots. Somebody said, "Don't make me start talking, bitch." At Young Ruse. See, they added him. You don't want me to do that, my baby. You know the reason she dead, you fucking demon. Y'all remember that one, right? And remember one with Irene's account, and these was Instagram accounts, y'all, that I believe that was actually real. That was real pages. But we got thrown off because a lot of people would say that these was fake pages, and we actually know that it was a lot of truth mixed with lies, a lot of lies, exactly. And I think a lot of these confessions came because they wanted to throw people under the bus. Okay, we didn't mean to kill her. She had a heart attack while we was raping her. I'll let y'all know why we put her in the freezer. Now, I found that interesting because remember I told y'all when I first decided to start working on this case, I did not want to take my mind back to all of these fake confessions and all of these fake emails. I didn't want to take my mind to that. So I said I was going to literally separate the distractions and just focus on, the truth and the stuff that stands out to us the most. And I wasn't going to pay no attention to the rumors, none of that stuff. Y'all know I came out the door saying it's a distraction. Okay. So now that we uncovered so much, now I'm actually looking at the distractions. So I didn't base my theory off of these distractions. You see what I'm saying? But now that I'm looking back at these distractions, I kind of feel like I am the only YouTuber just about who have a theory or a narrative, or maybe speaking of 100% facts, whose theory line up with these confessions that we were seeing in the beginning. Because a lot of these confessions that we were seeing in the beginning is really what I've been pointing out to y'all all along. We didn't mean to kill her. She just had an attack while we was raping her. I actually have showed y'all bit by bit, piece by piece, line upon line, precept upon precept of how she could have left that room and been into another room and got raped. And another thing is for people to believe that these kids don't have anything to do with it. We've never heard a story, not even with what is the other girl named Dave, the Davis girl. We didn't hear her friends or a crowd of people making up these just crazy stories and rumors. Like, you didn't get none of that from none of these other cases other than Kenneka. And that stands out to me. How could her friends even sit back and allow these things to surface without really going live saying, look, y'all, I don't know where that stuff is coming from, whatever stuff is fake, whatever. But that's another story. I'm just saying, y'all, what we were seeing, the confessions and everything back in the day, it have a lot of truth to it. And actually a lot of stuff that they were saying lines up with a lot of stuff that I've been explaining to y'all and showing y'all since day one. This is just, like I said, I can use a lot of this stuff. So thank y'all. I really want to thank y'all. Y'all give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause because I feel like with this right here, compiled with whatever evidence you can bring to the table, you can't convince me or FBI that that's not Irene's page. How you going to convince us that when I'm proving to you that she was attacked and raped somewhere? Thank you. Give them a round of applause for their efforts to distract us, but at the same time, add a little truth in their lives. Thank y'all for that. Let me go to the next one. We got so many y'all that we can actually take them down with. This shit that came out their own mouth, came from their own writing, their own pages. Okay, confessions after confessions. And as I said, a lot of this stuff we know to be fake. We know it to be some bull. We do. But at the same time, pay attention to the wording. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to every little detail. Young Rue say that faggot was sucking whatever and shit with Monifa. They was in the other room. Who talks about another room? See what I'm saying? Here it is. We have a confession of somebody who know these people, who was mixed in a party, or could have came from somebody who actually wrote this on his page, that there was some shit going on in another room. This is stuff that I didn't want to look at in the beginning, but now I'm looking at the distractions. Now I'm looking at everything and I'm like, wow, okay, we had some confessions about some stuff going on in another room. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yeah, you have to know what to put. A lot of this stuff is false, and a lot of it have a lot of truth in it too. You know what I'm saying? If I can prove that it was another room and there was some stuff going on in another room, I thank them for the confessions that's coming off their page. Okay. Now, Monifa supposedly had another best friend, Elliot. Remember that, y'all? We don't know no damn Elliot. We never seen of an Elliot. We never heard of an Elliot, y'all. This is what I mean by pay attention to wordings, pay attention to details and truth mixed with lies. We was told in the very beginning that Monifa was in another room with her best friend, Elliot, doing all this freaky stuff. Are y'all with me? We was told in the beginning, we had all these confessions in the beginning that Monifa, let me slow it down for y'all so I can make sure y'all with me and y'all getting the same type of, understanding that I'm getting. In the beginning, screenshot that shit and send it to me. Send it to me if y'all still got it, okay? If y'all know what I'm talking about. We was getting all kind of confessions saying Monifa and a best friend named Elliot who don't exist. So that best friend was somebody, but it damn sure wasn't an Elliot because we don't even know of an Elliot, never seen an Elliot. Elliot wasn't even in none of them statements. So a best friend was with Monifa in another room and some freaky shit was happening. I got a bunch of screenshots of confessions to kind of back up everything that I've been saying and everything that I'm going to produce and bring to the table. Thanks to y'all. As I said, give them a round of applause because even in the lies, we can still pull out some truth. And even in the bullshit, it can still stand with our theory and everything else that we have. So, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It's always a distraction, but you got to pull what you need to pull up out of them distractions. Okay, Monifa best friend, that faggot Elliot. We don't even know of a faggot named Elliot who was at the party with Monifa. Have anybody heard of Monifa's best friend Elliot other than these messages right here? Anybody? There's so many names that people is not talking about because a lot of these names was just thrown into it. These names was just, we have not, if you just take the time to even go back and look at Monifa old Instagram from 2013, you never even come across a best friend named Elliot. You never even come across a best friend named Elliot. So I'm wondering who was the fag best friend named Elliot that she was in another room with doing all this freaky stuff to. So you have to pull out what's true and what's not. You have to you have to separate the truth from the lies. Although there is a lot of names mentioned, all the names that was mentioned is not associated with this group or was not a part of this cover up, this plan, this plot. You get what I'm saying? So now you have to actually separate the truth from the fake. There is no best friend named named Elliot, but was Monifa in the room with another friend and some shit went down? See what I'm saying? So it was a lot of this stuff that they was putting out in the beginning. And like I said, we had some stuff on the Young Rouge, y'all, but we really didn't have enough for me to be like, oh yeah, he was there, he was a part of this, he did this, that, and the other. Like we really couldn't even tell if he was the same guy that we was looking at on camera. And then when we and I can't remember some stuff about him, like going through his family on his family page and just researching like his growing up, his surroundings. Like it really just didn't seem like he was associated with these people today. Maybe in the past before, but you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know if somebody actually logged into his page and wrote a lot of these confessions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But was saying this to pin it on him or to pin it on fake names such as Elliot or such as, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know, but it was all a fucking game. It was all a game. It was all a game. Because there is no gay best friend named Elliot. So it was all a game. This shit used to piss me off. I know y'all felt the same way. Like, this used to really piss me off. I know they were mentioning the name on Candace Star videos. Oh, yes, Candace Star video. She was just mentioning Young Rue. Wow. And here it is, we talking about him, huh? Do anyone remember Cornell Mitchell? Yes, I remember Cornell Mitchell, Uncle Fed. Cornell Mitchell don't have anything to do with this case whatsoever. Or what's his name? Oh no, not Cornell Mitchell. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ty Sanders. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I do remember the Cornell Mitchell guy. That's the one that said something about raping her or something. It was so many screenshots, like CG said, so many different names. But I do have some old screenshots and stuff, and I do remember that name, Cornell Mitchell. But I don't know exactly where he fit in at. I don't know how he looked. I don't know. I didn't see nobody mention, like, he wasn't even mentioned in the narratives. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as just a party goer from the other party goers, like, who did he ride with? We don't know anything about him. These people we need to get a handle on. That Vontaeus or whatever. I might can't pronounce the name right. Vontaeus, Young Ruse, Cornell Mitchell. We need to get a handle on these people right here. Actually find out who these people are and they actual involvement in this whole thing. Like, I need to know. I have to know. But I do remember that Cornell Mitchell dude. But I didn't know that he was friends with Monifa. That part I didn't know. I just remember his name being mentioned in something. You know, I do remember his name being mentioned in something, and I don't think I really researched him too much to even find out who he even rolled with. Like, you know, because a lot of people was thrown into it. They don't even roll with these people. But anyway, you know, we see this little screenshot I got with Irene. Bitch, I didn't put her in the MF freezer. That bitch, that dumb MF Beastie did, since y'all want to know. Her fucking best friend put her in the freezer because the boy killed her. His name was Bernard Radley. And we all know that Bernard Radley was not fair. We all know Bernard Radley ain't have nothing to do with the Vice Lord setup, period, point blank. So here it is. Once again, I believe we have truth and lies mixed together. You see what I'm saying? It was like they was telling the truth to throw somebody else under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was literally writing stuff and telling us some shit that happened, but yet, and in the beginning, if we didn't know, you know, that Bernard Radley wasn't there, we wouldn't have, you know, we would have just went along with it. Like, the whole world just started attacking him. But maybe, just maybe, some of what she said was true, but it just wasn't Bernard Radley. Because if y'all notice, they didn't mention they didn't never mention Mike's name. They never mentioned Lil Ty's name. They, in the beginning, look at all of those old screenshots y'all got. They never mentioned any of the real suspects' name. Are y'all following me? They never mentioned their name. Now that's not saying I don't believe the shit that they was saying was all false. I think a lot of stuff they was saying was actually true. But if they was gonna let somebody go down for it, if somebody was gonna actually go down for this, it was gonna be niggas like Bernard Radley. Do y'all feel me? It wasn't gonna be Mike. It wasn't gonna be people that's actually holding them down. It's like, if y'all gonna go down for this, it's gonna be niggas like Bernard, who in Wisconsin or in some other state, and we don't really deal with him like that. No way. No, we ain't got love for that nigga anyway. We gonna take him down for it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, in these old distractions and emails like that, it's a lot of truth and lies mixed together. And like I said, you can pull the truth if you actually have some evidence to back up a lot of this shit that they saying. That is a confession, baby. That is a confession. If I can actually back up some shit and show it in detail and support that's a confession all day. And I actually got proof that this page right here was actually by Irene, that xo.irene. Yes, I have proof that that was Irene's actual page. So whether or not she was trying to throw people off, because I believe she was trying to throw people off and throw Bernard Radley name in it. But at the end of the day, that's still a confession, boo. It still shows that you motherfuckers was doing, that y'all was up to something, that y'all plotted on her, and y'all was a part of it. And I have a lot of them that I can literally use, and I can literally present evidence to support the shit that came from their own pages. And turn around and say, listen, FBI, I have proof that Bernard Radley was not there, but such and such was. So what they doing is they basically was telling a lot of truth, but they was trying to pin it on other people. See, you got to be smarter than the average. You got to wake up pretty early in the morning to scam a scammer. Do you get what I'm saying, y'all? Like, seriously, I'm from the streets. I didn't played around the streets, been on some setup missions. You got to wake up pretty early in the morning to fool me. It's a lot of truth and lies mixed in these old confessions. Trust me when I say that. I ain't even trying to hear what really none of them other YouTubers talking about that's been working on this for 9-10 months and haven't really produced too much. I ain't really trying to hear it. Like, I'm just in my own world, in my own lane. You know, y'all can enjoy it, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to build something, and I'm hoping that the people that's watching me can understand I'm back here building something, and they can actually see the stuff that I'm building, lining up and connecting, and I'm actually telling a story that I'm getting ready to present to somebody. I ain't in this stuff just to waste my time or my family's time. I'm really not. I actually had a full conversation with my family. Like people say in the young people say nowadays, I had a whole conversation with my family about seriously pursuing being an activist for young girls. Like, my heart, my soul, and my spirit, what I'm doing right now is attached to my destiny. I'm not here to play no games with nobody. Not saying that these people were or are, but what I'm saying is I'm not here, you know, to see. I'm actually here trying to build something. And if y'all find any loopholes in the stuff that I'm building, because y'all serious about getting justice for this girl, and y'all know that I'm going to present this stuff to the FBI, CIA, and everybody else with initials, then I'm gonna need y'all to let me know if there's some loopholes somewhere in my story, or what do I need to make this piece fit, or whatever the case may be. Now, if y'all getting that from such and such page, then yes, send me there or bring me her material. Other than that, I don't care to listen. I'm just being for real. I don't care, because I'm not. See, some people get Kanika fixes, like they just entertained by the shit. Like, this shit been going on for so long, it didn't soup down in your soul, and it's like a little fix that you gotta have. Like, I need to find out what's the latest news on Kanika. I'm not here to give nobody that Kanika fix. I'm not. I'm here to really try to present to y'all some truth that's literally that's been tasted. You see, a lot of people got a belly full of lies. Their belly is just filled with lies. So I'm trying to just feed you a little bit of truth at a time. So hopefully you would just go to the toilet and you would just, you know, get rid of all the lies and just refill your belly up with truth. You know, so even if I can only feed you a little bit at a time, for some people it don't taste good because they so used to tasting plastic and calling it steak. So some people just don't get it. You know, some people just don't get it. Like, they grew up off of sardines and called it shrimp. So they just don't get it. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to give you the real. I'm trying to pull a lot of truth out of a lot of distractions, a lot of lies. They mixed this stuff up like a 1,000-piece puzzle and just mixed everything up. And we literally had to try to figure out what the hell happened to her. And on top of that, we got 1,000 other theories and people's opinions on top of that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here just to be another distraction in this girl's case. I'm not here for that. And I don't care who don't like me for saying that. Like, I'm not here for that. So I'm going to say some stuff that people don't agree with. You know, I'm going to say some stuff that people don't like or whatever. I don't care. Now, if, like I said, if these people, these other YouTubers have something that can actually, you know, and we can click and we can make this stuff make sense together because you have a piece of the puzzle that I need, or I might have a piece of the puzzle that you need to build your case, then I'm all for it. But it's just been too long, and I've just been seeing a lot of, you know, people really going nowhere other than getting their views up. And to me, that, you know, like I said, I'm attached to this spiritually because my whatever God called me to do have something to do with these young girls going missing. So for me, it means all this means more to me than it do the average person. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the moment that I've been praying for and in fear of all my life, or I've been getting prophesied on. Like, this is the moment right here. So for me, this is huge. And I'm not playing with it. I'm not playing with it at all, you know, at the end of the day. So I want y'all to just see this stuff though. They you know, they was doing a lot of throwing each other under the bus in the beginning. Like I said, I have proof that this page right here was actually Irene's page, and I got proof that another page was actually Monifa's page. I did have a lot of stuff on that Young Rules dude, and I pray to God, you know, this person is still listening to my broadcast. I pray to God that this person, you know, is in the woods somewhere and she decided to pop back up, reactivate her page, so I can get all that stuff that we had on Young Roots, and we can try to make, you know, something on him and try to figure out what part he played in it. And as Uncle Fed said, that Cornel Mitchell guy, I'm gonna look into him too today, because it was a lot of names that was mentioned and we just do not know who they are or what role they played in it or anything about them, you know. And they was thrown under the bus in the beginning. I actually being accused of being, you know, the ones that raped her, they murdered her. A lot of foul stuff was said about these cats. So yeah, I want to know who they are, because I'm either gonna pin something on you. Is that the right word to say? Pin something? Not pin something on you, but point the finger at you, or I'm either gonna tell you to walk away. You had nothing to do with it. But because your name was mentioned, we need to figure out, you know, which lane you stand in. Were you involved or wasn't you involved? So don't it seem like Irene set this up and threw Monifa under the bus? It is. I said that in the beginning. I kept saying that in the beginning, and I still stand with that. Unc Fed, that that Irene actually set this up more, and I say that because Irene is mutual. Have mutual ties with the Vice Lord. I've been knowing them for years. I know they all got some kind of ties, but no, she pretty much grew up with them. She's been a goody block girl. See, I didn't know this until I had to actually do some more research, but she's been knowing them for a long time. And she also been knowing Ty because Irene's baby daddy, I might be telling y'all something new, but because I don't know if I actually did a video on this. Irene's baby daddy and Ty called Irene baby daddy his little brother. So they really close. He called her his little brother. So I don't know if Irene's baby daddy is a renegade too, but him and Ty is really close. They always been close. He called her his little bro. So Irene is mutual to, you know, Ty and the girls and all the guys that showed up there that night. You know what I'm saying? So she is like the mutual one. Me myself personally, I haven't come across no information that connects Ty to Monifa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think she even knew Ty like that or knew them girls that he was with. Like, I don't even think they really know each other like that. Or I don't even think them girls really know Kanika like that. Like, just going on their pages and stuff. Like, I just didn't see no connection whatsoever with that set of girls and with Kanika and Monifa and them. But with Irene, it's a different story. Irene actually is all of their mutual friends. So yeah, it do seem more like Irene was more the setup person behind it. You know what I'm saying? And Monifa, I believe that Monifa, it was more like a test of her trust with Monifa. They probably really didn't trust Monifa like that. Monifa, and I'm actually wondering too, if now this is something I wanted to mention to you. I wondered if Monifa had a relationship with the young Ruse dude, and that's probably how she got his password and stuff like that and was able to log in as him. I wonder if they actually kicked it, or if that is him that we see in a gray hoodie in the Crown Plaza and we see her and Shamaya meeting him. I don't know. I'm just wondering if there was a relationship between them two, because I noticed they was throwing each other under the bus, in the beginning. Like, out of everybody, why him? He not even one of my 12 suspects. He not a vice lord from what I can tell. So why did she throw him under the bus, put him and blame everything on him? So that kind of stood out to me. But not what she said. It was just pretty much who she was putting the blame on, who she was pointing the finger at. That's what stood out to me. Like, why him? I don't know. He just seemed like a Detroiter. It looked like he did have some, connections to Chicago. Like, he probably grew up out there because he have a lot of mutual friends with her. But I really can't speak on it because I don't have everything no more, and I really don't remember. But I knew it wasn't enough for me to just really do a whole video and go all in on him or call him out, and I know that we really wasn't sure if that was him we was seeing on footage that night. But yeah, to answer your question, you are absolutely right. Irene is like the mutual person, If you have children and empathy, you cannot ignore this. You cannot, period. Yes, you do, Melanie. You really do. And I mean, it's even like that for us, for those that's actually working on the case. Like, we don't even know what real YouTubers to actually reach out to. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we just kind of connect. Like, our spirits just our work might not all align together, but our spirits might just kind of connect, a little bit. Or we might just have for me, I just have a certain respect for people. And it don't mean that I actually agree with everything they put out. I just have a certain level of respect for them. I don't have a reason to not respect them. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to really come against nobody and what they think and what they coming up with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can respect you as long as you can respect me, and we good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's even like that with YouTubers. You still have to kind of wing out the real from the fake, and when you first start as a YouTuber, I'm telling y'all who don't know or who've never done videos, a lot of times people will come from every direction throwing stuff at you. Look at these pictures, look at this, that, and other. And you go to their page and they don't have nothing on there. They don't have a video, not one video, but they have all this research, all this knowledge, all this understanding, but ain't did one video. You just get a lot of people throwing stuff at you from everywhere. So you have to really be careful and wing out because it's a lot of distractions. It's a lot of people that was sent to YouTube literally to be a distraction and keep people from the truth. Okay, and to steer people away from the truth. That's the reason why they're here. I know a lot of them too. And actually, I know one, and this person have a huge following. And this person was brought to me a while ago and said this person was a distraction. This person actually know these people at the party. This person, they actually said this person was at the party. And I'm not talking about Rob, Marco, London, and we all know about them. It's another YouTuber actually. But I haven't really did no digging on that person. But I can't tell you I don't trust that person. I don't really trust that person. And the only reason why I haven't threw their name out there is because I really don't have no receipts. And if I do get a hold of some, I will expose your ass. I will. But my own spiritual discernment tells me you ain't really right. Like, you ain't right at all. I don't know if you was at that party, but you ain't right. We have to be real careful. For real. Red Indian jersey. What do you mean? Let me go back to what you were saying. Mike, Tiffy, Peasy, Lil Tat, aka Neff, Irene, Crew, VL. All of them. Besides Peasy. Oh yeah, Peasy is too. You're right. All of them is. The whole little crew you just named. I thought at first Peasy was Renegade because he hung out with Taz so much, but the whole crew. I remember seeing a Facebook post saying they was going to make money like they always do. I wonder if that was true. I seen that post too. If you're talking about the one Monifa did, Monifa had a post that she put out like I want to say on the 8th or the 6th or somewhere around that time, and she said mentioned something about getting money, you know, something like that. And like I said, all that type of stuff for me, like that's good. I can use that. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody was talking about getting a come up, and just so happened this happened. Hmm. Hmm. That pat on the head job. Yeah, me and one of my friends actually discussed the pat on the head, and she was telling me that that's actually a caught um I forgot how she mentioned it. I forgot exactly how she mentioned it, but she was saying that it was basically some type of a caught sign, you know, like a pat on the head, like you graduated. I don't know. I actually, like I said, this is the person I was saying that, you know, no longer is on Instagram. And I really, you know, but she had some deep research about that. And she mentioned the pat on the head too, you know, with Irene, because we both was on the same page, feeling like for Irene and Monifa that this was, and maybe even Shamaya, that this was what did I call it? That they were being like inducted into it. You know what I'm saying? And this was like a I forgot what it's called. Kind of throw it off a little bit. Like initiation. That's the word I'm looking for. Malika, keep yourself covered in the blood of Jesus. Fed you too. Most definitely. Most definitely. That's why the original story was Kanika left for Monifa to clear herself. Hmm. Yeah, and they was going back and forth in the beginning. She kept saying that I didn't, you know, you seen Irene kept saying she didn't leave with me. That was her friend, her best friend. You know, Irene never mentioned anything about Monifa was with her best friend Elliot. Like she never mentioned anything about a best friend Elliot. And she just kept saying Monifa left with Kanika. Y'all left together. Y'all left out that room together. She kept putting the blame on her. You know, so I'm really starting to feel that wherever, you know, when we do, I do feel like somebody snatched me out that room, but I also believe that Monifa was in there with her too. I believe that Monifa was in there with her too. And that's what I'm bringing to y'all. Like, it's a lot of truth and lies that was mixed in those confessions in the beginning. Like, I think they was actually telling us in the beginning that, yeah, she was raped. She was in another room with Monifa. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, they was actually telling us this stuff in the very beginning. But the lies is the fact that they was trying to throw other people under the bus and blame this stuff on other people, you know, or making names up and shit. Unless Elliot is the real person and we just don't know of him. Just send my email, Malika. Okay. People who are not guilty don't hide. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Catrice. I have to listen without looking because the videos that they distort can be distracting. Most definitely. Most definitely. Sometimes, you know, actually go back and look for the unedited, try to see if you can find some unedited videos. I don't even look at a lot of I told y'all that before, a lot of different people videos because they just so distorted. You know, I can't really make out what I'm seeing. Like, is she being carried? Is she walking? Is she crawling? Is she on somebody's back? Like, it's just too much stuff going on. And as a community, like, we all are a community, okay? Whether we have all these different beliefs, different theories, different ethnic background, none of that stuff really matter. We all came together because of our love for Kanika. Okay, and because we want justice for Kanika, we all have to come to some kind of agreement. Like, she was not tossed, rolled, carried, you know, like something, you know, because we just have too much going on, you know. And I'm not saying that all this stuff didn't happen, but let's make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they carried her down the hall, and right here you could tell he took her off her back and steered her the rest of the way or something. But I can't consider all these different videos because one video is telling me in this time frame she walking, and another video is telling me she being carried, and another video is telling me somebody is standing behind her. You see what I'm saying? And that's just, for me, it's too confusing. It's so I just, me myself, I don't look at, you know, a lot of different people videos. I pretty much know who to go to for certain content if I'm looking for something. Now I do, and I'll actually get y'all a shout out when I use y'all stuff, because now I got my people that I just go to regularly if I need something. Peyton plays, yeah, she was definitely set up. Who gave Irene the black eye? I don't know if Irene had a black eye. Do anybody know if Irene had a black eye? I don't know. I really don't know. I've always said that I thought in the beginning it was actually a fight or something, you know, that might have broke out in that room, because I just noticed you got different sets of girls. You know, Ty didn't come by himself. He brought GD girls and Shamaya and Irene and Miss Vice Lords. So I'm thinking that I thought it would be a conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying? Like for him to bring some GD girls and to a party of Vice Lord girls. So I thought some stuff could have jumped off. You know, in the beginning we was watching Ty's Lab and everybody was pointing out there was some actual stuff that went down in there. I was thinking like, shit, probably a fight. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you got these different mixture of girls who normally don't hang out together. Like seriously, go take some time out and just troll. But they don't hang out together. It looked like they never hung out together. So I thought that, you know, it was probably a fight or something, you know, that broke out, but I don't know. You know, I even asked myself, is her eye black or was her eye kind of swollen from crying? Like, I really don't know. But yeah, we definitely believe Irene played a huge part in the setup. I've been said that I think Irene actually helped orchestrate the setup. And I also said if Zach had anything to do with it, I believe he helped gather the people, you know, pump the party up, get people, you know, to the party and stuff and gather them there. And then, you know, I knew for a while that it was another room involved and, you know, the girls was in another room. I had that feeling in my spirit. I pointed it out a while back before I just did this last video. And so I just felt like if there was any more participants that was there who we really don't know about or don't see in either of the labs, they was probably in that other room. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't remember seeing Irene with a black eye in Zach's video. Yeah, people were saying that she had a black eye, and I didn't remember seeing a black eye either. Her eyes look kind of puffy, Tosh, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe she put them glasses on because she could have been crying. Not crying, but, you know, I don't know. She could have been crying. Like if some stuff really happened that night and really jumped off that night, I don't know. I don't know. Or she knew some stuff was going to jump off that night. I really don't know. But it didn't look like a black eye to me either, to be honest with you. That's what people say, but to be honest with you, it don't really like a black eye to me. Now that I actually look at it and I've looked at it and watched, you know, the interview several times back to back, it just don't look like a black eye to me. So look like her eyes is puffy in that video, like she was crying. I mean, in that interview, but not really black to me. I believe that Candace starred in the white t-shirt and black leggings in the hotel footage. You believe that's Candace starred? Y'all YouTubers is a mess. Y'all is a mess. This community is a mess. Lord have mercy. That came so out of left field to me. I'm sorry for laughing because I just did not think that would ever come up. You think that Candace is the lady in the black and white? You talk about the lady that was in a room with them. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't think that's Candace. Wasn't her hair blonde and Candace hair black? I mean, let's not talk about nobody if we don't really have no proof or no reason to even feel like that. You know, like, do you have anything other than just your belief? Like, that's crazy as hell if you'd even say that. Wow. Yep, observers instead of observers. That's right. I hate those kind. That's right. That's exactly. I like that quote. Hey, lovely lady. Elliot is Monifa's BC. That's what she said, but we don't even know what Elliot. And I have not seen Elliot on Monifa's page at all. I have not seen Elliot. And I'm talking about like her Instagram, her old Instagrams that we found. And we have went back to like 2013 on her old Instagrams, and I have not seen an Elliot at all. So I don't even know who is the Elliot that's supposed to have been there that night at the party. And remember, they were saying that her and Elliot was in another room doing all kind of freaky stuff. So I think a lot of the stuff was true that we was hearing, that we was seeing the post that they was writing, but I think that they was just really throwing other people under the bus or other names out there. Like, like I said, if somebody gonna go down for it, it's gonna be Renard Bradley or whatever his name is, Bradley Renard, because they wasn't saying the real corporates' names. That's why Shamaya was mad because Monifa got a shout out. You peeped that too, Melissa. I was ever hit a black eye. I think it was the shadow from her glasses, and I was saying the same thing. I didn't see a black eye in the Zach's interview. Me neither. Work too, flow too. Me neither. And in a Zach's interview, with her ass looked kind of puffy to me. And then I think you could tell she didn't have her lashes on. That's why I said maybe she was probably crying. You know what I'm saying? Because it was only days later, so her lashes should have still been on. So I don't know. If anything, I would believe that she was probably crying, which is, normal. She just lost her friend. If she really cared about her. But I didn't really see no black eye in that interview, so I can't really say that's why she had them glasses on. This case is more complicated than I can't even pronounce that word, military, but I feel you, because it's more complicated than pronouncing that word you just said. Facts. You have heard the name Edward. Yes, I heard of Edward. Have you seen a picture of the Nesbitt guy that looks like Kanika? The Nesbitt guy that looks like Kanika? No. No, I can't even picture that. No. You got to show me what you're talking about, lovely lady. Was maybe Elliot a last name or a nickname? I don't know, because from my understanding, Kanika was Monifa's best friend for the last past, since they was, how old did she say? I don't want to get it wrong, but fourth grade or something, third grade. So I really don't know. I've never heard of an Elliot. I mean, other than that statement right there, other than them confessions in the beginning, we don't see an Elliot nowhere on the statements. Not one party goer even mentioned Elliot. Not one party goer. You know what I'm saying? So we really don't know. The police didn't mention Elliot. They didn't even mention pursuing, looking for Elliot. And if he was in another room with Monifa, a primary suspect in the case, then I'm thinking that, they would at least been looking for him. I don't know. But we didn't hear anything about an Elliot until, they, just with them going back and forth. Keisha Nesby, that name come up too. It is a lot of names that is out there. What do you mean her name come up? I mean, I know of her. I've followed her. I know exactly who that Nesby girl is. But I don't even know if she was actually there at the party that night. So I don't even know how her name even came up. Her name shouldn't have came up at all. She not associated with Kanika in no way. The Nesbitt's daughters is not associated with Kanika, her crew, or Lenora and her crew. So I don't even know how that girl name even came up, unless somebody actually seen her there. And I had said from the very beginning, I believe that her and Tatiana was there, but I can't really find them on footage or point them out. So I don't really even know how her name even coming up like that. But I know exactly who you're talking about. CG, Takesha. First name, I did my research. Some videos it looked like it, but others didn't. Maybe Irene got that black eye as a warning. From who? Because Irene is on a team. She was on a side from day one. So why would they have to punch her in the eye to warn her? Because in that live video that we actually see Irene wearing them shades, that could have been most likely the beginning of the party. So why would they punch her in the eyes? Oh, I don't know. Unless you saying they punched her ad in the ad and let her know to keep everything as planned. Could be. I don't know. That's a good point though. I ain't think about that. But like I said, still in the interview, I don't really see a black eye. Who was the person that came down to the talent in her head? Do we know why and what happened to her? Or who was the person that came down with the towel on her head? Who we talking about, Sharonda? Zach was in love with KJ. How do we know that, Keisha? How do we know that? What about the video of Irene saying to Monifa, little do she know? Zach never mentioned being in love with Kanika that I heard of. So I just want to know, how do we know that? Okay, Spice and Sugar. What about the video of Irene saying to Monifa, little do she know she will be drinking tonight? Yeah, I saw that too. And that's something else I want to add, because I don't even think that Kanika was even it's like they was boosting her up to drink. They was boosting her up to get drunk. So if there were lookalikes at the party, someone had to have advanced knowledge of what Kanika was going to wear at the party. Military science, they are in cliques. They are in little crews and little sets, and all sets, just about all gangsters, gangbangers sets or whatever, they all dress alike. That's just what they do. So literally they could have just put the word out like, for Irene's party, it's gonna be a blue jean affair. It's gonna be blue jean jacket and a bra. They could have told her that days before, and she, even though she was going back and forth, whether or not she should go to the movies, she still knew about that party days in advance. You see what I'm saying? So it's not odd to kind of see Irene and Kanika kind of dressed alike a little bit, because in circles, in sets, that's what they do. They dress alike. You know what I'm saying? So if Irene decided to throw a party, she might have said it's gonna be a jean affair. Me and my girls, our set, our crew, we coming in jeans and jackets. The thing that stood out to me the most was the fact that Shamaya and Bree wasn't really according to, they wasn't really dressed in a jean and jacket thing. That's what kind of stood out to me. Shamaya was totally, she didn't even have on jeans, but they could have, that's why I think it was a setup, but it wouldn't be ironic for them to all be dressed alike, so yeah, she could have called Kanika, she could have said, I'm wearing my jean, or Monifa could have said, we wearing blue jean jackets and jeans. That's what we wear on the day of the party. If you decide to go, you get what I'm saying? If you decide to go, that's what we gonna be rocking. So I'm thinking that's how they that's how they play. They probably didn't know what Kanika was wearing, but Kanika knew what the girls was talking about wearing. Okay, let me scoot back up and see what you were saying. $924 is the room if you look at paperwork and the door handles from the outside. You know what, Unc Fed, I said in a very beginning, when I first started doing videos, I don't know why, but I said that Irene was actually in 924 and she was sending people to 926. I don't know why I felt like that. I just felt like, when she just kept, I felt like it was the reason why she said 926. But I never felt like it was in that room, you know what I'm saying? But of course I didn't have anything to back that up with, so I pretty much let that theory go. But I always felt like that she was either in 924 and sending people to 926, or just said that on live so people can get the wrong room number, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it was always something strange about that, her even saying it on live, what room number they was in. because they have a lot of ops, and why would you pretty much tell your ops or those who, not invited, why would you tell niggas what room number you in? They can know where you partying at, but you ain't gonna tell niggas what room number you in on live. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just sounds strange to me. I don't know. So, I've always, thought something about that. I just know I threw a lot of room parties in my teenage years. When you come to the hotel, call me and I'll tell you what room we in. You know what I'm saying? We just had a lot of people that we ain't really fuck with. So we didn't give our room number out loud like that. But I don't know. These kids is something different. And because even with the flyer going out, they wouldn't have had the room number. You don't get the room number till you actually check in. So the flyer would have just had where the party was going to be at, but it wouldn't have had the room number on there. You know what I'm saying? So for her to actually say that on live, I kind of thought that was like a little distraction, a little playoff. I thought that in the very beginning. So for you to say that, wow. Okay, I lost where the hell I was at. Malika, much love and respect to you. I know real people appreciate your efforts. I do. Thank you, Uncle Fed. I know I appreciate your efforts. Much respect and love to you too. Actually, we need to do, something where we come together and talk. I'm gonna invite you on one day, and we just have a chat. Because a lot of times when y'all in here commenting and I'm actually working, I can't read what y'all saying and do the work at the same time. So I love to just have a chat with you. And we just chop it up. And I appreciate you for participating in the chat and speaking your piece and stuff. You do some great research over there. Shemaya's silence killed me. Yeah, I think that's all she pretty much knew how to do. Just be quiet. That's probably all she knew to do. Just be quiet. Melissa, you kills me with the Lords, with the T at the end. The Irene blood had a whole cookie. The Irene bra had a whole cookie. What do that mean, Nana? So why cry to the point of your eyes swell if you set the girl up, if Irene? So because I don't think that me myself personally, I don't think that they set Kanika up to be murdered. I don't think that they wanted the outcome that they got. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. Like, if I set my girl up to be raped for niggas to get her because niggas been trying to get at her, they've been trying to screw her, whatever the case may be, but shit went left. And they end up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect that outcome. So I can actually see her getting in her feelings because, like, damn, Kanika, I didn't expect for that turnout. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really don't know if it was actually intended for her to die like that. I want to figure that out. That's why I'm really strict about doing this fast. And I'm going to do this fast and be successful in this fast because I really want to know, was it intended for her to die like that, or was they to do whatever they was gonna do? Like one of my girls said, Raya, if y'all remember Raya, was it a plan inside of a plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, that part right there, I really don't know. And but that can be a reason why, because she probably didn't expect the outcome. And she probably just got paid a few dollars, if they got paid to, but probably got to pay a few dollars to let niggas run Kanika and turn their head as if the shit didn't happen and play everything off, you know what I'm saying? But they probably didn't expect for her to end up dead. Like, I really don't know. Was that a part of the plan too? You know what I'm saying? And why have lookalikes and all this other shit going on if that wasn't a part of the plan? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know, but I'm definitely gonna try to get down to that. I'm definitely gonna try to get down to the nitty gritty and figure that part out. No, he is the nabbit girl boyfriend. Oh, I know who you talking about. Yeah. Fair. I know who you talking about. The dude with the black hoodie in. That's the nabbit girls. Is that who they was talking about? They said she looked like Kanika. The dude looked like Kanika, and he don't look like Kanika. But yeah, that's Takesha's boyfriend was there. And that kind of stand out to me too. Like, who was Takesha's boyfriend there for? It looked like him. It damn sure looked like him. Cause me and Queen of Jack, we went over that too. And it damn sure looked like him. Why was he there? Was he there for Ty? Because I can literally say that Charles, the Charles guy, was there because of Tenacia. Like him and Tenacia is really, really cool. The Charles Dorsey guy. Him and Tenacia is, they cousins and they really tight too. They like best cousins, like, me and one of my cousins. So if I go somewhere, if I'm going out tonight, I'm gonna call you out. I want you to come out too, and if the whole thing is to have a mixture there, good reason for you to come out, and do this with me. But so I can really say why Charles Dorsey was there because Tenacia was there, and it really don't seem like she go out without him, and it don't seem like he go out without her too much, But why was Takesha boyfriend there? I don't know. If that was her boyfriend, that right there stands out to me a lot, And was that just the one of the people that Carl called into it? You know what I'm saying? One of the people that they got involved in it. I don't know. I told Candace, let me see what I said. I told Candace that's what I believe. Look at her hairline when she puts her hand over her mouth like she saw or heard something. We know damn well she ain't getting info from the EVP. Peyton Place, I cannot with that. I can't with that because you know what? That would like literally do that would do something to me. When I first heard that it was certain YouTubers that was there, like that shit affected me. I wanted to go in on them, call them out, and get into a big brawl with them. But you have to have some receipts if you want to call somebody out. You feel me? So I really don't know. My fault, y'all. I got disconnected for a minute or interrupted or whatever. Tashi probably had been crying because remember at the time people were threatening her, and I'm sure he had a lack of sleep and stress. That's what I'm saying. Word to flow to. Asia Kimball is the training with the towel on her head. I don't even know these people. I see y'all have got I definitely agree. Word two, flow two. If her eye was black at the party, it would have either still been black or be coming down from being black. You know what I'm saying? We would have still been able to see like a little line, maybe like a little football line, under her eye. Even if it's not, all the way black, it would have been coming down from it. And I just didn't see it. I don't know. It just kind of looked puffy to me, because it was like I said, that was one hell of a weekend. And so it looked like that she was probably really going. And then she like work to flow to said as far as the Zach interview, she had already been threatened so much and probably had never taken that much abuse, you know what I'm saying, mental abuse. So she probably was really going through it in that Zach. Knife fight, what are you doing? My daughter's trying to she doing too much. I call her knife fight. But anyway, so I really don't know, y'all. My kids is throwing me off, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off. How do you set somebody up and to get raped? I'm supposed to be your best friend and then don't expect the outcome to be they get killed. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's true, CG. But just because you get raped don't necessarily mean you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I guess, a lot of times gang rape is pretty normal within the gang. Running trains on females is a pretty normal thing that niggas try to do, at least in the hood. So I don't think girls compare niggas running a train on you or you getting raped or niggas relaxing you with some drugs or whatever and running the train on you. I don't think that they really relate that to murder. I don't think they do. You know what I'm saying? So of course, a real person with a real heart would have thought of every outcome possible. Like, oh no, I cannot do that because what if, what if, what if? But these girls, they live a fast life. They live a demonic type of lifestyle. So at the end of the day, they probably didn't really have a subconscious that was like, no, what if, what if, what if? They just follow orders. Oh, y'all can't hear me? No, Malika got a Drina Nesbitt Facebook page, and you will see the guy that looks like KJ. I think I know who you talking about. I just don't think he looked like KJ. If you talking about Takesha boyfriend, I know exactly who you talking about. I just don't think he looked like KJ. I know why y'all said that though. That old banana head dude. If I actually had a picture I can locate right away, I'll pull it up for you. I know who Takesha boyfriend is. I've did some research on him to kind of see if he was who he was affiliated with. But I know why y'all even say he favorite KJ, because he probably do a tad bit, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I gotta kind of look at them side by side. That's what I do. I would actually look at him and look at KJ side by side because I never thought they look alike. I never thought of that. I never thought that up. You know what I'm saying? So now that you brought that to my attention, maybe I can do a side by side and look at them again. But I know who Takesha boyfriend is. He was the one that night he had on a black hoodie. If I'm not mistaken, he had on a black sweater or a black hoodie that night. And he had like a big ass oval head. Gotta have a nice day, open minds. Love you, honey. Have anybody ever wondered why did Zach interview them, or did he ever cover untimely deaths in Chicago? Yeah, he uncovered deaths like that in Chicago. I know he covered gang rivals and stuff like that. But I think with this case, he just kind of figured he could help them out. You know what I'm saying? He knew that the people, he had a huge following on YouTube. He knew that people was talking about it on YouTube, but he had a close connection to these people. He had access to do interviews with these people. He knew these people personally. He is an opportunist. He was an opportunist. I'm just being real with y'all. So if you see the opportunity, he gonna take it. And at the same time, I could probably help. I think his heart, he wanted to help them out. And at the same time, get a little clout behind it or whatever the case may be. But I don't think he helped the situation by putting that out there, because honestly, I would have probably, and most of the world would have probably thought that it was 3 different gangs there, or all this stuff was going on. But that interview right there pretty much set it straight. That interview, he said a lot of stuff straight, that I don't think that was supposed to actually be revealed. We were supposed to believe in the lies and the mixture and the mix up and stuff like that, So, and with Irene lying so much, it couldn't even keep her story straight. He wasn't supposed to put them interviews out. And I'm always say he paid for that, because I just know, doing my research on Zach, I could have did a whole video on Zach too. Zach I had not seen Zach beefing with these dudes that he was like, they was actually embracing him. And I'm like, that was really strange to me, because normally the hood don't talk about hood beefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a slide on you, I'm just gonna slide on you. I'm not gonna interview. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about why we was beefing. I'm not gonna talk about none of that stuff. And Zach was actually the one to be able to go sit down with one gang, hear their side of the story, and go to another gang and hear their side of the story, and take no sides, and everybody embraced him. And all of a sudden, he just get killed. And I just, for me, I'm always feel like it has something to do with him releasing those videos, period, until I'm shown different. So that's why I really haven't went down the road of investigating his case, because I already feel like I know why they did what they did, for one. And for two, I wasn't really called to even look into that, because maybe the Lord already revealed why they did what they did to him. So I don't know. Peyton Place, where you feel like I'm coming at you. We hear you. Okay, military. Hey, Queen, did you see that video of Kanika with the gang members and everyone kept moving away from her? It was very weird energy in that live. Kanika got so uncomfortable that she had to walk away. Yeah, I seen that that video. That wasn't just any gang. She was really at home. She was at home with the breeds. What could have been going on, that was actually, I think, one of Cato's, that was Cato Memorial or something like that video you talking about. But yeah, what could have happened during that time was nobody was probably messing with Kanika, because Kanika was actually, she flipped. Do y'all remember me telling y'all she flipped from a breed to a vice lord? So probably only a chosen selected few was messing with her. Like, her girl, that Garrett girl, I forgot her last name. What's her name? Shantiqua Garrett or something? I don't know. Her last name Garrett. So really a lot of people wasn't messing with her, far as the whole flip-flopping thing that's not respected. So when I seen them kind of being a little standoffish with her, knowing that, she probably, in my mind, I'm, me just being a hood booger looker, that's just me. I'm just hood booger. I grew up in the hood. So in my mind, when I'm watching that video, I was thinking like, they ain't want to mess with her, because she's a flip-flopper. You know what I'm saying? Like, now your dude in jail, your nigga Rico in jail, and you want to start coming back around us, if y'all get what I'm saying. Because if y'all pay attention, when Rico got locked up, she wasn't hanging around a vice like that. That's the reason why Peasy said we used to party every weekend. He said last year, we used to party every weekend, but then he said last year, because he was talking about when Rico was out. Rico had been locked up for a year, so he hadn't even hung around or hung out with Kanika the whole time Rico was locked up. So it's kind of like when your nigga was out, you dissed us. You know what I'm saying? You dissed us or whatever. But when your nigga get locked up, you out here, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't think that that's respected amongst a lot of people. Like, some people might be like, I don't care, that's my girl anyway. But other people might feel like, no, you a flip-flopper. You fuck with the ops. And they don't respect that. Yeah, Shakira Garrett. She's a breed. Shakira Garrett is a breed. So everybody that was at Cato's little functioning, that video y'all talking about, they are breeds. That was like her being at home, going back home, being around all the people that, she pretty much grew up with. Her mom was breeds. Kenny that's why you see Kenny over there with them. Kenny is the breed. But I'm pretty sure even Kenny didn't respect the flip-flopping. He probably didn't even respect that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just like it didn't to me, it wasn't odd that they was kind of like, stepping away from her once I discovered the fact that she wasn't really loyal to one set, but kind of going back and forth, and I also noticed that was during the time that Rico first got locked up. So I'm thinking like maybe she just started hanging back around because her dude was locked up. A lot of niggas was like, man, we just seen you with the ops. Like we ain't messing with you like that, That's what I took from it. Like I said, that's just with my hood goggles on. That's what I took from it. So I don't know though. But then the guy say shorty dead and that. Who said that? The guy that was following her with the camera, the dude with the camera, okay, is another hood boogaloo. That's what they call him, because he follow everybody. I guess in Chicago, he followed the girls. He harassed them. They say he real irritating. He talk about they booties and stuff like that. So whatever dude was saying with the camera, I don't think he was saying anything like shorty. If he was talking about shorty dead in that, he talking about her shorts or her outfit or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he was looking at her butt. I think that was probably more of saying shorty look good in that. If you get what I'm saying, because I don't think that he was saying nothing intimidating like that towards her. I think that he was really like trying to be flirtatious with her and all the other girls around there. Like, why are you running from the camera? They say that the guy do that with all the girls, and he is really irritating. And he got a lot of videos where he actually following girls. Y'all can find him on YouTube. We actually following girls around, talking about how thick they are, they booty and stuff like that. So that's why Kanika was kind of shying away from him, because he's like a hood boogaloo that don't nobody want to deal with. When they see him coming, they dodge him. So she was kind of running away from the camera because of who dude is. Yeah, we did some research on him too, and we found a YouTube video on him, and we was like, well, this is what he do. He literally follow girls and look at and put their booty and stuff on camera. So I guess I'm pretty sure Kanika knew of him. Everybody know of him in the hood. He called himself having a little following, a little channel, and that's what he do. Literally go around the hood talking stuff about females, harassing them, talk about their bodies and stuff like that. So that's why I think she was shying away from him, like, gone, but kind of laughing it off too, because I guess he's known for doing that. Do you know that date Rico got? When the day he got out? Or you talking about now? I think he locked up now. Do I know the date that he got out? He got out supposedly September the 14th. See, it's strange, okay, y'all, because Rico supposedly got out September the 14th. We were told that the interview was done the same day of the Andrew Holmes press conference, which was the 12th. But in the Zach's interview, Peasy said Rico got home today. Yeah, he just got home today. Then that would put Rico home on the 12th. And not the 14th. If it was the same day as the Andrew Holmes press conference, it would have been the 12th and not the 14th. So, but when we pull up any, records or whatever on him, his prison records or whatever, it says he got released on the 14th. So what I wanted to know, and what I did, ask my team to help me find out, but we really didn't, we couldn't deliver. But what we was really looking into is, what I want to know, maybe you can help me out with this, Uncle Fred. If you get a release date, is it possible that they can release you early and it's just not really in writing? You know what I'm saying? Because I do know a lot of times, in Michigan, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but the jails are something to be overcrowded, and they might just let the guys go home, or the people go home, before they release date. So I don't know if it's like that everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And if they was to let them go early, would it be in writing? But when we actually pull up his record, it say the 14th. So I really don't know. But I can definitely say that Rico, for me, will always be a suspect, whether he was there or not. And somebody else showed me a picture of Rico supposed to be in the hospital on the 14th. So how the hell was he in a hospital on the 14th? And he just came home from jail that day. Did he come home from jail and go straight to the hospital? So I really don't know. But I do have a hospital picture of Rico that I've never seen before somebody sent it to me. And they said it was from September the 14th. I don't have the timestamp actually on the photo. You know, it would be good if I actually had that. So that's why I've never showed it or anything. But I don't know. I believe he was there. He was there too. Yeah, I believe so. It's a possibility. Or did he mean dead as non-existent since she flopped? I don't think he meant that. He is one of them irritating dudes from around the neighborhood who like looking at girls' booty. I don't think he meant anything like that. I think he just really meant Shorty dead, like her outfit, like the way she was looking, like she bad. It's kind of like saying Shorty bad. That's what I think. I know. That would prove the date of that interview. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And he's supposed to have said it was the same day as Andrew Holmes' conference. And I'm like, I really would like to know for sure what day was that interview so we can kind of, you know, pinpoint what day did. But we don't even know if Rico really got out that day or if Peasy just said that. Rico could have been at that damn party. He could have got out way before that. We don't know. I don't know. But I'm wondering if they would have released him early, would they had to put that shit on paper? You know what I'm saying? Like, would it be in his record? I don't know. What about the skinny dude? They said looked like P. Diddy. What skinny dude that looked like P. Diddy? The camera didn't say she did. It was one of the dudes out there. Oh, one of the dudes out there said it. Oh, well then yeah, it's definitely possible he could have been talking about flip flopping, and she hanging with the ops and shit. Definitely. If it was one of the dudes that said it out there, I thought y'all was talking about the cameraman. Because I didn't hear every single bit of what was said and all of that. I thought the cameraman said it. So I'm telling y'all, the cameraman is just very flirty with the girls. He got a whole channel doing that. If somebody said that out there and they mentioned she did, I have to actually go back and listen to that. I didn't pick that up. So y'all telling me something new. I'm gonna go back and try to listen for that, you know, and try to make out who said that. But that's strange because, like I said, those are breeds that she was around. And if anything, it could have been some tension because your gang is your family, you know, and so you never supposed to leave your family. You never supposed to turn your back on your family, you know. So for her to actually flip flop like that, that was a big deal to them, you know. But I don't think that the breeds, I don't think they were so affected by it to where they would actually hurt her. I just think they was probably affected bad to where we not effing with her, and them niggas over there probably they gonna, you know, do some damage to her if anything. You know what I'm saying? Because how they cut, you know, they not to be trusted. But yeah, if somebody in the background said that shit, they could have been talking about because she flip flop, she was dead to him. That is definitely possible. But it will be in writing the early release date. That's what I was wondering, Fed, because I know some people too that got released early. But I was wondering what that should be in writing. But okay, so on paper it say the 14th. It say the 14th. That boy looked like KJ. I never thought that, y'all. I have to actually look at him again. I've seen him a few times. I've did some research on him, like I said, to kind of figure out who he, you know, is aligned with or who he, you know, rock with. But I've never looked at him like he looked like KJ. So I have to probably do a side by side of them two. But I can't say, I can't see why y'all say that. I can't see why y'all say that. What if he is related to KJ? Do anybody have his real name? Have anybody pulled up a background check on him, a report or something on him? You know, went to Truth Finders and pulled up his family information, anything like that? Because that's strange as hell that y'all even put that out there. I never thought about that. I never looked at him and said, "Oh, he, you know, remind me of KJ." But I can definitely see why y'all say that. Now that y'all mentioned it. He called butt packs. Yeah, Mr. Butt Packs. Right, right. I forgot his nickname. That's exactly what they call him, Melanie. Yeah, butt packs video guy. So he always talking about the girl butt packs. That's why I said if he said she was dead, then he was normally talking about her booty. Because that's what he always talk about. Girls' bodies. Mr. Butt Packs. Yep. It would be good to know, Lily, and we can actually find out if an inmate, and maybe speak to somebody in Cook County, if an inmate was released early, would that be, you know, on a report? You know what I'm saying? Like that's really interesting because I've always felt like it was a possibility that he got out before that that we actually see. It says the 14th, but I kind of believe that it was before that. But I don't know. I just think he kind of went out his way to show everybody that he just came home, and it just seems so fake to me, So I don't know. And then for them to mention in the interview, he got out today. He got out today. That would be the 14th. Killer still got on the same outfit he had on the night of the party. So I don't know. It's just something really strange about that. But like I said, Killer could have put that outfit back on because in his mind, I'm the one that y'all see roaming around looking for her. So if I put this outfit back on, the fans is going to recognize me as the one who y'all see on camera actually looking for her. So when people wonder why do not Peasy, when people wonder why do Killer have on the same outfit, I kind of feel like he could just put that shit back on. Like this is what the world gonna know me as a dude that was actually looking for her. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely enough time for them to change because Peasy changed and he even shaved. He even shaved his face clean. Took some years off of him. So they had time to change. That video was from May 2016. Yeah, that's the same year that Rico got locked up. And I think that was supposed to be Cato's memorial celebration or something like that. And he was the breed. So yeah. I know a video y'all talking about. I've seen it a couple times, but I guess I didn't pick up that, what was said in the background. Flip flop is not taken lightly in Chicago. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get people to see Sexy as one-on-one as not taken lightly. So I can't ignore the fact that she was a flip flopper and she ended up dead later on. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't ignore that fact. Okay, yeah, she wasn't shot down in the streets like a lot of people, but at the same time, Kenneka wasn't an ordinary person. And if you're gonna just shoot her down in the streets, like for real, you would have had to be smooth with even doing that. Niggas better not be able to trace your license plate, whatever the case may be. And I don't think you really caught her slipping out there by herself like that, walking the streets by herself. She was a little bit smarter than that. But the fact of the matter is, I'm trying to get people to understand is she was a flip flopper. And that shit is not taken lightly. That's like really saying you a snitch because I don't know what you over there telling the other side because we have certain code of honors and what they call it, they lit, and we have to repeat this lit. We have to understand this lit, learn this lit, and you learning our language, you learning our stuff, and then you leaving us and you going over here with the ops. I don't know if you telling them our lit and our moves and the way we make money, our connects that you might have heard about. Because we got certain connects with certain dope people. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of pretty much like I would look at you like a snitch. You know how motherfuckers could see you talking to the police and they will automatically assume you snitching, even though you could just be saying, have a nice day. Or matter of fact, you could be saying, man, get away from my car. Dude, I ain't about to say shit to you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. You can really be like, seriously, tell them to get away from you. But if a nigga from a distance see you conversating with them, they gonna automatically believe you snitching, you talking. So I kind of feel like even with Kenneka even flip-flopping from side to side, and I know a lot of people have heard before that they said Kenneka was a snitch. Yes, you could. I would consider that as a snitch because you going from groups, from clique to clique. And you learning our language, you learning our literature, you learning our, you know what I'm saying, our plans, our moves, our connects. And you messing with somebody over here and you telling this nigga stuff. And then you turn around and and think about this too. Kanika went from Rico, Vice Lord, to Tax Free, Breed, and then it's rumored that she was messing with Mike. Then that would mean she went right back to Vice Lord. If she was messing with Mike. So that would mean you messed with a dude, a Vice Lord. Then when he went to jail, you flipped and started messing with Tax Free. Then it's rumored that Tax Free got locked up. Then when Tax Free got locked up, you flipped and you went back and you started messing with a dude, another Vice Lord named Mike. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, Tax Free was in jail at the time of the party, from what we heard, right? So if Tax Free was in jail during the time of the party, how long was he in jail? And is that why Kanika was messing with Mike? Was she messing with Mike? Why Tax Free was in jail? Then that would mean she pretty much did the same shit to Tax Free that she did to Rico. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That shit is frowned upon to women in the game. It's just frowned upon. Like, okay, like the girls probably feel like, okay, we could be thoughts all day, but we loyal thoughts. Do y'all get what I'm trying to bring? A little hood knowledge to y'all. We can be thoughts all day, but you know, being a hood rat means you have to be a rat in your own hood. If y'all get what I'm saying, you have to be a loyal thought. You can't be a thought that's over here in this hood giving them all your goodies, but then act funny to these niggas over here who you call your family. You feel what I'm saying? So all of that stuff, we have to take into consideration. She was a flip-flopper. I love that girl. I swear I do. Never met her a day in my life, but I love her. But I have to be honest. You know, that right there, you know, the moves that Kanika made wasn't too smart. It wasn't. And if you know, you couldn't really hold these niggas down when they got locked up, then the last thing you want to do is mess with somebody in their circle and they ops too. Like you don't want to mess with the niggas ops. So it's like you want to stay away from niggas in a circle, and you want to definitely stay away from their ops. And just if you can't hold them down, just be a little bit more smoother with who you deal with, who you talk to and kicking with while he locked up. You see what I'm saying? Because she wasn't. She was pretty much, you know, out there, you know, as far as going back and forth, and niggas knew about it. Everybody knew. And that's could be the reason why they didn't really want to be around her own people. And that could have been a time where she was talking to Tax Free and he get locked up. Now we hear you over here messing around. You know what I'm saying? So it was just so much with Kanika going back and forth from what I saw. You know, and I know, you know, like I said, I'm from Detroit. We don't have a lot of gangs, but in Detroit, we have a lot of sets. You know, and your set is basically, you know, the neighborhood you grew up in. You know, and our sets get into it with other sets. So even though it's not a lot of gang activity, it's a lot of, you know, fake gangs, I guess you want to call them. People be out there set tripping, and they very territorial over their neighborhood and over they, you know, they streets. So it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And if you are deemed not loyal, then it's like the whole set, the whole hood don't mess with you. If somebody feel like you a snitch, the whole hood ain't gonna mess with you. Not for real. They might be faking your face, but behind your back, the whole hood is looking at you. Especially if the top dogs is saying she fake y'all, she a snake y'all, she a rat y'all, and the whole hood is looking at you sideways. Like, we don't want her around. So, and then I also think Kanika had a little cockiness to her, you know, to where she wouldn't just mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, I think that she did have a little stuck-upness to her where she wouldn't deal with everybody. You know, so you know, a lot of times niggas get offended. Niggas get offended. I've been chasing you for a long time. Niggas get offended. You know, so I don't know, but you over here with them. You know what I'm saying? So stay your ass over here with them. That's how I look at it. Like, you know, in the hood is really, really adamant about being loyal to your set, you know, period. Because if we rocking with each other, shit, my life is on the line out here in these streets, you know, right with yours. So yeah, loyalty plays a major, role in the hood. Like you have to show some type of loyalty. That's just period. Go to Dre the Nesbitt page, you will see him. It's no doubt. Okay, I'm gonna go on there and look again. Y'all, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Like I said, I just never thought about it like that, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. Why did they say Kanika was upset about her boyfriend being locked up? I don't know. I think they was just saying, like I said in my last video, Melanie, I think they were saying Kanika was upset because Kanika was just upset that night. And I think they made an excuse behind why she was upset that night. You see what I'm saying? But I really don't know the relationship, for real, between her and Mike. I would love to have some kind of proof that it was a relationship between them two, because it could have been a fact that she was just irritated by him, or he was doing something or saying something, or whatever the case may be. But or yeah, she could have just been upset because Tax Free was locked up, but at the same time, y'all telling us, that she was upset about Tax Free being locked up. Or was it Rico they was talking about? I don't even fucking know. Tell you the truth, because they don't even know her boyfriend like that. You know what I'm saying? For them to even speak on him, for Dorian and Peasy to even speak on him, they don't even know him like that. They were speaking more on Rico. That's the friend. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. I really don't know. I think that Kanika was just really irritated, and they just made up an excuse and say, "Oh, she upset about her boyfriend being locked up." That's just what I think. He also said the party was in room 609 during Zach's interview. Yes. Yep. Hello. Insatiable Rio. Hey, Skylar. The one with the towel on her head that sat on the girl and Ty Live is Bree. She is in the pictures with Irene. Yeah. You talk about the girl with the blue jean jacket on too, Melanie. She on a blue jean jacket. Yep, she Bree too. If that's who you talking about. Not saying she passed any info, but those are facts. She's speaking. She was dangerous to both sides. Yes, sexy is one-on-one. She was dangerous on both sides, and so you can be, like I said, I can see you talking to a cop, and just assume you running your mouth. Niggas will call you a rat if they even just see you talking to them. You know what I'm saying? So for her to really flip, and hang with this gang and stuff like that, then go hang with this side over here, they probably thought she was taking information back and forth. And I heard it being mentioned on YouTube that Kanika was, supposed to be an undercover snitch and stuff like that. I really don't think she was intentionally trying to be an undercover snitch. I think she was just really, she found love on both sides. Like I think she loved this side and these people over here. And I think she loved this side and these people over here. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't help the fact that they didn't like each other, because she was born into both. She was born under both umbrellas. So she embraced both sides. That's like me being mixed. And I have African American and I'm Caucasian, and I want to embrace both sides. You get what I'm saying? But some people might feel like I'm a sellout to my own race because I'm over here trying to embrace my Caucasian side. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I'm trying to give y'all every explanation in the book or example in the book. I think that with Kanika, she was just really trying to embrace both sides. Her daddy was foes, her mama was breeds, and she was just really, and then on top of that, what made matters worse, her mom moved her into a Vice Lord area, into a Vice Lord neighborhood. And I believe that's when she changed her last name to Jenkins, because the Jenkins literally had ran that city so much to where they city became, a name. And like I said, it was founded by some guys with the last name Jenkins, to where it became an actual gang itself or movement itself, Jenkins City. You know what I'm saying? So I believe her mama actually changed her name from Martin to Jenkins because of the neighborhood that she moved her in. So I had growing up in Michigan, I was actually, if y'all know anything about Michigan, Detroit, I was actually from Ecorse. My dad's family was from Ridge. It's from River Ridge. So Ecorse and River Ridge, they don't get along with each other. Like they freaking hate each other, always have. Okay, but I had to actually, get along with both sides, because when I visit my dad's side, I'm in Rouge. You see what I'm saying? And I was actually respected on both sides because of the fact that we wasn't really into gangs and stuff like that, back in the day. So I was actually respected on both sides of the fence. But what I'm telling y'all is, it's not really like that in Chicago, and especially when you're dealing with gangs, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think Kenneka wanted to embrace, her neighborhood and the gangs over there, and felt like she could because of who her daddy was, because of who her people was. But at the same time, she had to show some kind of loyalty. She had to completely diss the breed and show loyalty to this new gang. And I don't think she did that. And I don't even think that you can really get out a gang without something really happening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really no way out for real. So I believe that the Breeze probably let her go and just didn't want to mess with her no more. Most of them. But I believe when it came to the Vice, it was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to just leave. You ain't about to just flip. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bitch, you're going to pay the price. I think with them, it was a little bit more different, because you talking about a gang that's the second largest gang in Chicago. Okay. And they really are about they lit and about learning they lit, which is they book of rules and instructions and stuff that, they follow a lot of that stuff, even though they don't have really leaderships and stuff, they still have their books, they Bibles, and a code of conducts and stuff like that they believe in and that they follow. Per the higher ranking orders. So I just really think that, that was really dangerous what she did, going back and forth like that. And the Vice Lords, I think they made her pay for that shit. I really do. And I believe it was, some more reasons why they did, but they made her pay for that shit. Because y'all know, I believe the last time she kind of flipped or left, I believe she left owing some money. Like I said, I don't know if she intentionally stole it from, him, but I believe she left owing some money, and so, yeah, this was the outcome. And that's where my research have led me to. And that's why I'm looking at a lot of these old confessions and stuff like that I've been looking at, because it's really lining up with what I believe to happen anyway. So now I'm just kind of going through all those old confessions and all those old posts and stuff they was writing. I'm trying to see what I can use against them. Their own words against them. From what I know, they release people only certain days of the week, regardless. Oh, wow, that is right. That's how it is in Michigan too. Yes, from their county jail. They only release people on certain days. Release date might be a Sunday, but the jail might only release on Tuesdays and Thursdays, rarely on weekends. That makes so much sense. Oh my God. So what day, do y'all remember what day did the 14th fall on? I think we getting somewhere here with his release date, y'all. That's something to definitely look into, because y'all already know, like I said, even though we haven't proven that he was there, I still consider him as one of my suspects. So if we can actually prove that he got out before the 14th, that's huge. Or irritated because she was somewhere she really didn't want to be. Yeah, Tosh, I think that too. Because think about it, Tosh, like if me and Irene is like really best friends, like they wanted everybody to believe that this was a real tight circle. And it wasn't like that. Bree have her own circle of girls. She hang with Rico's other baby mama. It's a lot of these ghetto names. I can't remember. I think her name is Shatika or Shanika or something like that. Bree hangs with her. They all in one little circle together. You see what I'm saying? But they wanted us to believe that the girls was just this thick, tight circle that had been friends since day one. And so when I started looking into him, I started saying, no, she's not a day one. No, she's not a day one. No, she's closer to her than she is Kenneka. You know what I'm saying? But it was because it wasn't like the way they tried to make it seem. These girls didn't really have no loyalty to each other. And when you think about it, if they did, why would Kenneka even have to have a second thought about going to her best friend's birthday party? My whole group, my whole crew is gonna be there. All the girls I mess with on a day-to-day basis. Ain't no doubt in my mind that I'm not going to this party. Period. Can y'all imagine? Just take y'all mans and y'all imagine having a circle of friends, a circle of girls, and y'all are thick as thieves, and it's one of y'all friends' 21st birthday. And y'all looking forward to that. The whole circle is looking forward to that girl's 21st birthday, right? If they was all thick as thieves like they wanted us to believe. You wouldn't have no doubt in your mind about not attending your girl's 21st birthday. That was the first thing that stood out to me. Like, why she didn't want to go? I always found that strange. Like, wow, my girl's 21st? We turn up anyway over the weekend. Now they giving us an excuse to turn up and get drunk. It's her birthday. Now we got an excuse to turn up and get drunk and have a throwback, kickback, or whatever they call it. Why wouldn't she want to go? Why would she even consider going anywhere other than with her girls? So that always stood out to me from the beginning. Okay, so I always felt like maybe she was somewhere where she just really didn't want to be. You know, she probably didn't trust the crowd because she hadn't hung around that crowd in a long time. She knew it was going to be some Vice Lords there, yes, because Killer was on the flyer as well. But she probably did not know who all was going to be there. Kanika had a mouth. And if y'all can remember, it was a text message right before her texting Lenora she want to go. And I read that text message and I read the paragraph before that. And I really don't understand, was the police actually trying to say it was an incoming message or outgoing message? I really wasn't clear on that. But when I read the message, I'm believing it was actually Kanika texting somebody like, bro, let me be a thought in peace. Clown ass. You know what I'm saying? So Kanika had a mouth on her. You know, she could have clowned a nigga or clowned Mike Michael, whoever. So I really just got the impression that she was somewhere that she wasn't comfortable. Okay, I'm not gonna really say where she didn't want to be, but somewhere where she wasn't really comfortable because she didn't know if a nigga was gonna pop up on her. See what I'm saying? Like, she could have got smart with Mike. They could have got into it and he popped up on her because he don't normally hang with that circle of people. He is seriously a higher rank than them. He hang with car wash owners and shit. Okay, he hang with niggas that own cleaners. If y'all feel what I'm saying. Okay, so that kind of stood out to me. So what we have a rumor that's saying that Kanika and Mike might mess around. We have Kanika going somewhere where she kind of feel like she uncomfortable a little bit. Then we see a text message where she saying, let me be a thought in peace with your clown ass. So I kind of wonder what she saying that shit to Mike. And if that nigga pop up on her, I'm not playing, y'all. When I be trying to make this shit make sense, I'm not playing because I was a young girl before too. I try to make the shit make sense. I really do. So I was wondering if the nigga pop up on her. Like you said, what? Because dudes like Mike, if y'all know dudes like Mike, they don't batter disrespect. Because they feel like they have accomplished so much and the whole hood look up to me. The whole hood got love for me. They don't play disrespect. I'm just keeping it real. So it kind of make you wonder, was that text message to him or to a nigga that might have popped up on her? And that is why she was feeling uncomfortable. And that is why she probably didn't want to go in the first place, because she didn't know if that nigga was going to pop up on her or somebody else that she didn't want to see or be around. The whole thing seems strange to me because it's our friend's birthday. I don't want to be there, or I'm second guessing going and I'm uncomfortable 10 minutes after showing up. So all of that stands out to me, y'all. All of that. I always felt like they did her like Julius Caesar. Each person put the knife in so they can't or won't pinpoint who did the kill shot. Wow, Sharonda. Wow. I think, you know what, for you to say that, you know, God had to give you some kind of I don't think that would have just came from your own natural type of man. But I do think that what God is probably showing you, that everybody had to have some kind of stake in getting their hands dirty in some way or another. You know what I'm saying? I definitely believe that. How, I don't really know too much, but I definitely believe in some way, somehow, as a group, we gonna do this shit together. And besides the Chester mob, you know, the big boys or whatever, besides them, I think everybody else pretty much had to get their hands dirty to kind of show that they was in on it, they loyalty. And for the girls, it was like initiation season. I've been saying that. It was initiation season for them. You know, so. And Irene, we know Irene had been screwing one of them. And I think for her, you know, it was a thing to impress, you know, and to get initiated in for real, because once she did, bam, here come Chester Mob Ron. He came and he solidified the deal and said, anybody touch her, I'ma touch you. Y'all gotta read it, but y'all gotta see that shit, man. Y'all gotta read it between the lines, like for real. Like, I have literally taken this hood like it was my own. I peeped that shit out. Like, right away, he solidified the deal. Like, anybody put their hands on you, they're gonna have to answer to me. Now, he didn't do that with the other girls, only with Irene. Why is that? Why is that? You can embrace both sides, but you don't flip. Yeah. I'm sure, like, you could, you know, be, like I said, you go to school with a mixture of gangs. You know, you can be cordial with people and stuff like that. Exactly. Sexy. So I don't mean that she can't talk to other people or, you know, be cool with different girls. No, I don't mean that. But as far as flipping, yeah, that's definitely a no-no. Or even mixing with people that you know that's beefed out with your circle. That's a no-no. I can't even talk to nobody who beefed out with my circle. But yeah, you can be cordial, you know, because they go into a school where they have a mixture of different sets for the most part, you know. So I'm pretty sure everybody have to learn how to just be cordial, no disrespect, don't break trays on me, and I ain't gonna dish your set. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But what Kanika did was actually flipped. She actually became one with this crew. You know what I'm saying? Then went to another crew and became one with that crew. But like I said, y'all, I really feel in my heart of hearts that she did this to embrace both sides, as if, you know, the black and white thing that I gave y'all before. I believe she just really did it to embrace both sides. And when she moved over there to the other neighborhood, she really didn't have no choice but to kind of blend in with them. She couldn't be over there hollering Bree and a girl. Not in Austin. Do y'all know about Austin, Chicago? Austin area in Chicago? She couldn't be over there hollering no breed this, breed that, and a girl this, that, and the other. So no, I think she, you know, did what she probably thought that was safe for her, you know, which was becoming a Jenkins and, you know, embracing my foes side. Is that right? Is that called the foes? Yeah, the foes, right? Yeah, embracing that side, you know. And so she became a four corner hustler girl. She started hanging with the four corner hustlers girls, throwing her hand up into the little C shaped thing, which is like we see it in a freezer. We see the little C shaped thing. That was their set signs and stuff. They would throw the little C shape with their hands. Okay, but remember, she left those girls in that gang and she ended up flipping back to breed. When she started dating tax free, she started hanging with the Garrett girl and, you know, hanging back with her old crew and stuff like that. So when I see her in the freezer with her hand shaped into a C, it makes me wonder, did they do that shit to be funny? Like, no, you are, you know, you dad a four corner hustle, like you dad one of us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It kind of makes me, it stands out to me because I actually see them using that hand sign, you know, on different pictures and stuff. I actually saw Kanika throwing her hands up like that when she was with that crew, you know. So she was actually becoming one with these people. So it wasn't like she was just embracing them. She was becoming one. She was learning a lit. She was learning a slang. She was probably learning who the connects was. You know, it was just too much, you know, for her to get and take somewhere else, you know. So you have to consider all of that. You know, for me, it always stood out to me that it was, you know, a party with 30 something people, all gang members. The hotel was flooded with gang bangers and black folks. And one girl ended up dead. A war didn't break out, a fight didn't break out, but one young girl just end up dead. Like, I don't even feel like nobody at that hotel could even snatch. Like, it just seemed like to me like a dude would be scared to snatch her up, knowing that they just seen her with all these different black kids, and it's a lot of them. And it just seemed like to me that people would be real cautious about even messing with that drunk girl. Knowing it's a hotel full of young black kids walking around here. Like, I don't know. Unless it was somebody that did some shit and it was already planned out like that. But just to on the spot snatch her up. And it's like 200 black folks walking through this hotel in sets and groups and gangs, throwing up signs and shit. Like, I don't know. The person would have been smart enough to even think to do that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Brave enough to do that. I just think the whole thing was a part of the plan. It was a plot. It was a plan. Thursday was the 14th. Thursday would sound like it would be a release date, though. I know in Michigan, I think it's like a Tuesday and a Thursday too, but that's something that we need to figure out, because I really strongly believe that boy got released early. But we can't prove that unless we actually speak to Cook County and they say that they will release someone early without actually putting it in writing. Yes, Kenneka was a fighter. She didn't take no shit from nobody. Exactly. Remember, her own dude said she used to fight with him. So I know of Kenneka. I know her type. You know what I'm saying? She ain't give a damn. She'll fight anybody. No, it depends on who else is going to be there. I have friends who have friends that I am not friends with and do not fool with. So there are a number of events I did not attend because of it. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Because she knew, according to the flyer, that Killer was gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So you could pretty much determine what group of people was gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they saying, well, it was shared amongst people. Y'all have to understand, these are still gangbangers and these. So even though it was shared, it was still shared like amongst their friends, amongst their people. I don't think it was meant for the ops to come, for them to get the invite. I just don't think so. So at the end of the day, I kind of feel like it was somebody within that crew, within that clique, that she just didn't want to either be around, or she just gonna feel uncomfortable around, or anything. I don't know. But she had to know that some of them was gonna be there because Killer was there. So she had to probably expect, dang, Peasy gonna probably show up, such gonna probably show up. You know what I'm saying? But others, she probably didn't. Did she expect Ty Rowland to pop up? Probably no. Did she expect Mike to pop up? Probably no. Because he don't normally hang with those kids. So probably not. But like I said, I don't know. Yes, Kanika already read that. Tell her to hold it down, hand on head. I don't know. Her cousin is a fort, Quita. Yeah. Her cousin Quita is a fort. What's that? I haven't really I don't really know what a fort is. But I don't really know about Quita, Unc Fed. I just really don't know. I just feel like a lot of these people have more loyalty to the gangs. Like, they family is their gang. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't really know too much about Quita. Man, I don't know. She does stand out to me though. Like, I wonder, did she really have this closeness with Kenneka, or I don't know. I ain't even gonna go there because some people get mad at me just for going there. 54 keys that she texts Lenora, I'm ready to go. Lenora saw Kenneka on live in a bathroom with Monifa and two of her cousins who are vice lords, went to the hotel, stated in police reports. Hold on, let's break this down. On 54 keys video, when Kenneka texts she ready to go, Lenora saw Kenneka on live in the bathroom with Monifa. Okay, where did that come from? That Lenora saw Kenneka on live in the bathroom with Monifa, because we need to know where that came from. Okay, because we need to just know where that came from. Like, who saw? How did Lenora saw Kanika on live? I don't know. We just need to know where that came from. Two of her cousins are not vice lords. Two of her cousins are GDs, and they went to the hotel around the same time. She texted she was ready to go. Yes, and that always stood out to me too, because at first I didn't think they showed up. I hadn't got that far in my research yet. I just always made fun of their names. But yeah, they actually did show up, and they did show up around the same time that she texted her she was ready to go. I don't know about the fact that Lenora saw her, in Monifa's live. I don't know about that. According to the police reports, it actually states that they didn't go live until 2:17, which we know that was a lie anyway. But I don't know about that part right there. But yeah, her two cousins did show up around the same time she texted she was ready to go. And that's kind of crazy because think about this, Melanie. Think about this. Kanika texts you she ready to go. You don't respond to her text message until a half an hour later, but instead you send your cousins. Hello, let me rewind this and see who it can make sense for. Let me slow it down a little bit, because help me make sense of this. Okay, I text my sister I'm ready to go. Instead of my sister replying to me, my sister texts our cousin and say go to the hotel. Why? What? How did it take Lenora 30 minutes to even respond to Kanika in the first place when she texted I was ready to go? And then do we actually know that the boys came up there, that they didn't have prior knowledge to what was gonna go on? Because it's mighty funny to me that they even felt comfortable enough to enter that hotel knowing it was flooded with vice lords. That stands out to me. And it's only a few of y'all, and one of them is gay. That stands out to me. And I just really think that, if Lenora or Teresa did call those boys to go up there, but didn't respond to Kanika saying I'm on my way, or I'm sending your cousins, or are you okay? That shit stands out to me. That stands out to me. But yeah, they showed up around the same time that she text her sister and said she ready to go. I did peep that out, but they not vice lords. They are GDs, and that stands out to me too, because they are the only male GDs. This is how y'all should know that Teresa is working with the vice lords. Her nephews, cousins, or whoever these little boys is the only GD boys that was there that night, in cahoots with a whole separate different gang. Normally, GDs and vice lords are opposite each other. Matter of fact, if y'all don't believe me, go on Facebook and go look at all the GDs y'all can find on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And I guarantee y'all they number one ops right now is the vice lords. It was, it is. They cannot stand the vice lords. So do it stands out to anybody that these three guys who are ops to the vice lords felt comfortable enough to come in and mingle. Hello? Hello? They don't stand out to nobody. For those who want to feel like the family have nothing to do with that, how in the hell was her cousins there while all this shit was going on? And possibly her sister, while all this shit was going on, she texts her sister in the hotel saying she ready to go. Her sister possibly was there when she received the text. She did not respond back. The cousins came during that same time. We can't say the cousins came to rescue her, because she never got a text back saying, we sending your cousins to rescue you. We got you. Your cousins is on the way. They never respond to Kanika. But next thing you know, it three cousins who is supposed to be ops, and this makes sense to y'all, show up out of nowhere and blend in and mix with them. And we supposed to believe it wasn't planned out. We supposed to believe it wasn't planned out. And let me get y'all to understand something. It wasn't a group, a clique, a gang of GDs. No, y'all, it was 3 cousins. One of them was gay, and it was some girls that was there with Ty. So how in the hell do they even feel comfortable going to this party knowing it was all vice lords there? If they wasn't sent back Teresa, and if Teresa didn't okay it and clear with the vice lords. Please tell me. I'm not trying to piss nobody off. I'm just trying to make it make sense. I'm just trying to make it make sense. And I'm putting myself in Kanika's shoes, and I'm thinking about what my mama would have done during that day. She would have called my cousins. She would have texted me back and said, "Yo, all your cousins is on the way. Everybody come." And we would have known it was the kind of a thing where they came to rescue me, and probably a fight would have broke out because they would have left that motherfucker with me and not without me, because her cousins still left without her, if they even her cousins. They might not even be cousins, just somebody that Teresa knew, some boys that she probably, knew growing up and trusted, and was probably, loved her so much, or whatever the case may be. Fake cousins, fake family, my fake nephews. Like she could be friends with their mom. She could be best friends with their mom or some shit, and call them her fake nephews, and her and Kanika was fake. They was fake cousins or some shit. Then the way in hell your real cousin gonna come there and leave without knowing that you're supposed to be there, and leave without you, or without making sure you straight. And I'm not talking about the bullshit. I'm talking about in real life. We know that Kanika left that room. We know that some shit went down. So in real life, ain't no way in the hell her cousin should have left. Period. Hello, Malika in chat. Who was Zach walking with in the hotel? He was leading a female in the middle, dude. And I've never seen Zach at that hotel. Y'all have to point Zach out to me at that hotel, because I have not seen him inside that hotel. I could never really come for Zach. And when I did come for him, the times I did, I felt bad about it, because I never really had proof that Zach was at that hotel. So I can't answer your question because I never seen him there. So I don't know. But again, it's a lot of footage, so I haven't seen everything. Jeff Ford is to VL as Hoover is to GD. I was wondering who was pretty much the highest ranking person, who was like their leadership, or who was running it. Because I'm pretty sure it's still got to be somebody, overseeing the drug operations and everything else. I was wondering who it was. This is my first time hearing of a Jeff Ford. But I know that they, the big powerful leaders they had back in the day that kind of kept, organization within the clique and stuff, they gone. Like a lot of them went to prison, and when they did come home, they killed them. Or some of them had to just come home and break free from the gang life altogether. They would have died. So they are really a leaderless gang. Now they probably have some organization when it comes to their businesses, and stuff like that, to keep the money flowing and stuff throughout the gangs, but they pretty much leaderless in this day and age. And they pretty much do whatever the hell they want to do. And I think that's why Austin and Garfield Park, these are like the most dangerous cities in the world, like period. And y'all should already know that because they call Chicago Chirac. So like those are dangerous. Those cities are the most dangerous. I was reading articles where people was just visiting and getting killed. Visiting family and, young kids outside and getting killed. So that's not even a place you want to visit. Austin is no joke. And that's why I mentioned Teresa kind of like not really speaking out against, that gang in Austin. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of them, I don't know if I want to say they respect Teresa, but, a lot of them, they would probably hear her out. You know what I'm saying? Especially now after what happened to Kanika. So I kind of think that she can kind of speak to those people a little bit. And I'm not talking about, I'm just saying, like, really kind of get down to them and speak to them, and I just want her to kind of shine more light on a lot of the girls that's coming up missing in that area, because it's a lot of girls coming up missing in that area. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in that area, and this is the same area that Kenneka stayed in at one point, and these the same people that she hung around. So I think that is equivalent to her case, and trying to figure out what happened to her is looking into the people that she hung around and to the neighborhood that she grew up in, the neighborhood she hung around, because what happened to her might have happened to her inside of a hotel, but it's still normal activities with them. Gang rape, slipping girls stuff in a drink, missing children. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still stuff that's going on in their neighborhoods every day. But like I said, I always had the feeling that Kenneka had to be plotted against because of her background and who she was. You know what I'm saying? And because also another thing too, I want y'all to if y'all never knew, consider this. In Austin, or is it I could be wrong. Is it Austin? No, it's not Austin. It's over there back y'all know excuse me. Kenneka represented 1300, Christiana, Anna or whatever. From my understanding, the 1300 part is the Breeze part. The part that she claimed, the 1300 Annabelle part, Anna Block, Anna Girl, whatever. That is the Breeze part. But from my understanding, when you get to 1600, Christiana, that's Vice Lord territory. So from my understanding, it's really like one side street or one block or whatever you want to call it that separate the Breeze from the Vice Lords in a Christiana neighborhood, where Kenneka represent. So that would have been a war breaking out. If anybody would have ran up on Kenneka, did something to Kenneka, especially if she was over there in that area where she hung out at most of the time, a war could have easily broke out, because y'all, it's only one street that separate. I'm not talking about the Austin area. That's mainly Vice Lord area. I'm talking about the Breeze area. Because remember, y'all, at one point, the Breeze and the Vice Lords were aligned. I think they was called the Royal Family, or am I wrong? I don't know. Y'all can help me out with that. But at one point, they was like aligned, and they broke off. So in a neighborhood that Kenneka pretty much grew up in, Breed territory, it's only like a street or a block that separate the Breeze and another gang set of Vice Lords. So do y'all see what I mean by she couldn't have just got ran up on a shot, because it would have straight up been probably a war to break out. I think things had to be done a little bit more smoother than that. And if y'all saying, well, why couldn't just be a drive-by, nothing like that? Well, Kenneka mainly hung out with the Breeze when she wasn't with the Vice Lord. She was hanging with the Breeze. So if they would have did a drive-by and hit any of them Breeds over there, the Vice Lords that live in the next block or the next street over, those sets of Vice Lords, they would have got hit later on that night. And it would have been a war between those sets. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It was a reason why they did what they did. It was a reason why. And not to mention, niggas wanted to get greedy and get something out of it. So that means in order to rape her, we got to take her somewhere. Because it ain't no dragging Kenneka in the alley. Kenneka gonna fight you. It ain't no easily drugging Kenneka. It ain't no, getting Kenneka to come with us because she's skeptical about even hanging with these hoes now. She watching over her shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So it had to, the whole plot and plan, it had to be done in order to get everything accomplished, in order to get her somewhere where we can take advantage of her and show her who's who or who's boss or whatever the case may be. It had to be somewhere we had to take her to. And it had to be away from her people, her set of friends. The only time they even mentioned the Breeze even being there is when they was throwing Dion them under the bus. And we know that they wasn't there. So therefore, this was more of the Vice Lord trying to teach a lesson. And I think it was more about teaching her a lesson than actually just killing her. That's why I can't wrap my mind around the fact that it was intentional, for her to die. I don't know that for sure, but I definitely believe that they wanted to teach her a lesson. I'm also working on something else right now where I don't know if I should tell y'all this right now. Well, I'm still looking in. Well, no, I'm not gonna cast my pearls out there yet. Let me keep working on it. But it was, I believe it was a part of them teaching her a lesson. Okay. And it's some more stuff that comes along with teaching somebody a lesson. Okay. And we have to just be conscious of that. What is the punishment for somebody who flipped from our game? What is the punishment for somebody who don't take the D? When we're prostituting her, or not even, what is it called? Sexually, whatever her. What is the penalty for a one of our gang members who won't take it or who refuse to play along? What is we need to start looking at that shit. Because they wanted to teach her a lesson. That's the reason why they didn't kill her on the streets. It was something that they wanted to teach her, and we need to understand what was the fucking penalty or the price that they wanted her to pay. And then you will see how the hell she ended up in the freezer, why she ended up in the freezer, and why signs and shit, why they got their signs and shit all around her. But like I said, I'm still working on that, Jesus. And I really believe when I come out this fast, I'm going to have it all. Because I'm going into this fast with expectations for revelation. So I believe I'm going to have it all. But I want y'all to understand that, Kenneka was not in the Girl Scout. Okay. She was with some thugs, gun toting, straight up murderers. You know what I'm saying? And for her to die while she was around them or in a presence, for me, I can't get past that. I couldn't get past that. I had to figure out, why didn't y'all at least protect her? If it was, the hotel that came against her, I had to figure out, why didn't y'all protect her? Too many people in that party for some stuff to go on and nobody to protect her, so that always stood out to me, y'all. But at this point right now, I'm working on building something, and I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to drop it there. Little Mama T said KJ didn't have no family there. Yeah, she did. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, she said in the police reports that her cousins was there. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't think they was her real family. I think that it was just somebody that they was cool with. And then when you look into these guys too, you don't even see no relationship with these guys and the Vice Lords, or these guys and Kenneka. That was something that always stood out to me. I don't know which one it is, but the gay brother, Wilson brother, when I went, trolling on his page, going to, all the way down on his page and stuff, he mentioned Kenneka, during the time it happened. Like he might have shared something. Actually, he didn't write a post to her. He just shared something. I think it was that GoFundMe page he shared. Okay. But Shatika Crump is somebody who I think that he's either related to or was really close to. He talks about her a lot. Like damn near every other post is rest in peace, Shatika. So that was another reason why I never felt like they was family, because I cannot see my cousin saying rest in peace to just another female and not really acknowledging my death, especially how horrendous my death was. You know what I'm saying? So that was another reason why I didn't feel like they was really related too, because he always, and it ain't even no rest in peace Shatika and Kenneka. No, if y'all look on his page, he always, giving a shout out or saying something. He even got a jacket made with Shatika face on it, but Kenneka is supposed to be his cousin, right? That don't make sense. Not saying that he shouldn't represent Shatika. I'm just saying he not represent his cousin. It's half as much as he represents Shatika. So that let me know that they wasn't really family for real, for real. But why were they there? You know what I'm saying? And why did they pop up right during that time? She said she was ready to go. You know, and did because I thought at one point did Teresa send them there? Or did Lenora send them there? But how could she send them there without even responding back to Kanika, letting her know you're gonna be okay, cousins is coming, or in some kind of way, shape, or form, there's some kind of code. I'm just saying, y'all making it make sense. Some kind of way, she should have said back to her, all right, on the way. OMW. And we would have been like, oh, okay, she saw her text message, she responded to her, and she was trying to get to her. No, we don't see that. But we get the story that she texts, and 15 minutes later, her so-called cousins popped up on the scene. So it just that don't make sense to me at all. At all. And I really kind of think that them boys, and I know y'all might get mad at me, and it's okay. Y'all will be all right. We family. We'll get through this shit together. Okay. Just email me and say, Malika, I'm mad at you right now, but we gonna get through it. Okay. I believe in my whole heart of hearts, y'all, in my spirit and everything. I believe that those three Wilsons is the real, that's the link. That's the proof that the family is involved. That is the link right there between the Vice Lords and the family. That's proof right there to me that there is some kind of involvement, because how was those three boys able to go in there and mix and blend with this group right here if Teresa did not send them and okay it? And get clearance with the boys and okay it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all right now, the GD's biggest ops right now have always been is Vice Lords. So I'm telling y'all, for anybody to show up at that hotel, any of them ops to show up at their hotel, it was so-called her cousins or somebody that I believe Teresa probably sent. Or the family sent. Like I said, be mad. We can get through this shit together. But if you ask me, that's kind of the link right there, between the family and the gang. If you ask me, them three boys even being there. Because there's no way they would even have the balls. Do y'all hear me? Please, somebody just feel me. There's no way these niggas will even have the balls to go to a party, ran back, traveling, Vice Lord. Because remember, Killer was on that flyer too. They don't know who the hell gonna be in that hotel when they show up. Ain't nowhere the hell these three boys, and they ain't even come together. They can't spread it out. Ain't nowhere the hell the gay would feel a little comfortable because he blending in with the girls. But ain't nowhere the hell them other ones is gonna feel comfortable like that. Now I done went on their Instagrams and I done been all on their pages and then looked at their lives and shit too once I found out they was real people. Okay, and I'm telling you, they are, one of them don't seem too street, but the other one seem a little street. And I just don't see them having a balls, to even go to that hotel knowing it's going to be swarmed with Vice Lords, unless somebody sent them and cleared it with the Vice Lords, man. I'm only being real. And I told y'all when I come into this shit, I was only going to be real, period. So I don't know. It'll take, some people some time to actually see it, because they would hate to believe the family have any type of involvement in it. I did too. Why you think I did a whole 2-hour video crying to y'all? Okay, that was a huge embarrassment. Okay, I just didn't take it down because I wanted people to actually understand where I was at in my research. But that was a huge embarrassment. So of course, like, it hurt when you even want to believe that they, could possibly be involved. That shit hurt. But when you look at stuff and you really try to make sense of stuff, you know that everything had to be pretty much cleared and worked out on each team. Like, each side had a part and everybody was moving together. Because if they wasn't, a fight would have broke out with the different gangs. It would have been, I don't know. It wouldn't have been just the outcome of one girl being found dead in a freezer. You know, these niggas have shootouts every day in Chicago on the streets. And if anybody want to challenge me, I'm blogging about it every day. I'm looking at news reports every day. So they have shootouts every day. The GDs and the vice lords do not get along. And if somebody please tell me, not the gay one, but the other two brothers, who are they connected with other than Kenneka? Who is they connected with? Like, who is they really close to as far as the other boys there? Have y'all ever seen Quan in a photo with Killer? Let's make it make sense. Have you ever seen Quan in a photo with Killer? And don't lie to me, because I done been all on Quan Instagram page. I done back my ass all the way to the beginning of his Instagram page. And I've never seen a photo with Quan and Killer, or Quan and Mike, or Quan and Ty. So who the hell was he there for? Who was he there for? That's what I'm saying. He was literally sent there by somebody, and it was okayed, and it was cleared with the other parties. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So they wouldn't fuck them up. But I'm telling y'all, it's no way they would have just blended and mixed like that, and everybody was just going to have a good old time when they in the streets warring for real, for real. If y'all pay attention to Chicago, they out there warring for real, in real life. It wasn't a thing where everybody came together and decided to just be friends for one day. No, it was a thing to where one group decided to say, if we gonna go down for it, we gonna take all y'all niggas down with us. Everybody and their mama and everybody and their sex, all of y'all niggas gonna go down with us. That's what we looking at. We looking at one group that was going down for some shit, and they decided to take everybody down with them. Especially everybody that they don't fuck with. We gonna take them niggas down with us too. And the girls taking their ex-boyfriends who cheated on them and with a new girl, they taking them niggas down. That's all that was about. No, everybody wasn't just gonna be friends for the day and then go back out in the hood and start shooting each other. No. If y'all believe that, no. Yes, Malika, girl, do your thing. Right on the money. Remember, Teresa never gave Kenneka phone to police. Yes. And they said that the police wanted to see what led up to her death, what led up to this moment, you know. And for me, like I said, as a mother, you know, she could have took her phone home that night. Okay, because they didn't ask for her to turn it over that night, and I would have saved everything, every memory, everything. You know, if you couldn't think about it right away, you definitely would have thought about it when they needed that phone. You gonna go ahead and fork over that phone because evidently, I mean, they investigators, they could probably find something in that phone that you can't find, that you can't really piece out or put together, whatever the case may be. And on top of that, they have a bunch of unidentified people that might actually be in Kenneka's phones. You know what I'm saying? So I would have forked over the phone. I'm just saying I would have took the SIM card, saved all the stuff, you know, the pictures, whatever that was in there, and I would have forked it over for the purpose of the investigation, because I can't really comment on how you doing your investigation if I'm not really trying to work with you. And let me just say this. The man is going to respond how, you know, to what we put out there. Okay, if I'm a psycho ass mom and I'm not to be fucked with and I'm on your heads, they gonna treat you a little bit different than that mom who not really, you know, who not cooperating. That mom that ain't cooperating, she ain't cooperating with us, so we not gonna really go too hard for her. But that mom who is the advocate, who won't sit down, who won't stop, you know, speaking on, who won't quiet this thing, who want answers, who on our heads, who at the precinct every goddamn day trying to figure out what new leads y'all have, who reading over every narrative, who handed over the phone. That mom right there, we can't really fuck with her too much. Like, we gonna have to, we can't really mess with her, because that mom on her shit. She not playing. She ready to take everybody down, the whole system down if she have to. You know, and she too conscious. She too awakened. And I'm telling y'all right now, the worst thing you can be to the man, to the higher ups, is a black person, a person of color, and awakened. Do y'all hear me? If you a person of color and you are awakened and you talking about bringing down a hotel and bringing down a man, all you got to do is be a black person and be awakened. Be filled with knowledge. Be somebody that goes out there and get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And don't have a problem with exposing y'all ass, using her knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because I'm telling y'all, that's intimidating. That's an inferior black woman right there. That can come hard in knowledge, wisdom, understand, who is enlightened, who ain't sleeping. And y'all ain't taking my babies from me. You know, if y'all do, I'm telling you, I will be on tour and the whole world would know. I will be on the Wake Up Rosemont tour. The whole fucking world gonna know what y'all did to me and why. Yes, I will. Yes, I would. I wouldn't have did, you know, one or two, and I would have been on the whole fucking tour. Like, let's try to figure out what happened to my baby. You know, so I don't know. That's just me. Like I told y'all, I'm very, very close to my babies. Like when my babies leave for the weekend, I'm calling, I'm texting, I miss you. So my kids can't even go spend the night with their friends, you know, because I'm always calling, texting, I miss you, I love you, know what I'm saying? So I can only really speak for me. Like I would have handed over that phone. I would have participated, you know, and I would have also let them know I'm not sleeping to the shit you doing. I'm watching over you. I got my eye on your ass and what you doing as far as investigating, because just because you are an investigator don't mean I can't pay attention to the shit you putting together and be a part of what you putting together and oversee the shit you putting together and be on my lawyer's head as well. So I don't know. I think I would have spoke up in the very beginning about those narratives. Like, you know, I wouldn't have, you know, if you look at the dates and shit, they was all spaced out. So, you know, me being a mother, you know, I would have probably been at the precinct on the 9th or on the 10th, you know, I would have, or on 11th, actually, for the first narratives, you know, that went out. Like, okay, this shit don't make sense. All right. Well, how about this? The next, you said you got to go meet somebody in the park tomorrow. How about you get a side confession? How about you get a side statement versus the narrative? Because these narratives right here, these can't be, I can't use these in the court of law. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Do anybody feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I just know me as a parent. I don't give a fuck when nobody say you can't say it. I know me. I know I'm too much awakened to let anybody do any goddamn thing to me at any time or play with my babies. I couldn't do it. I would be like, huh. So how about when you do that meeting with them, you had them actually write a statement out and sign it? Because I'm not feeling these narratives one bit. No, you said no. Okay, well, guess what? I got a scheduled radio appearance next week, and I'm definitely gonna let them know that Rosemont Police is not working with me. You will not get. I'm gonna put that shit out on the table. So, what do you say? You gonna do it or no? What? What is it gonna be? You gonna work with me, or I'm gonna roll over on your ass. See, like, I mean, I'm just saying. I couldn't imagine. I actually couldn't imagine even being in Teresa's shoes, but I just think that I would have more of a voice when it comes to investigating my daughter case than I would have voiced to YouTube. Me, myself, personally, I wouldn't even want to talk to people on YouTube like that, you know. If I did, it just come in every so often, you know, and say, you know, thank you, you know, for y'all support and stuff like that. But I wouldn't dedicate so much of myself and my time to the internet or to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I would have been pretty much in that precinct, you know, probably every goddamn day, to where they like, damn, we got this, you know, we got the investigation. Okay, well, can I take a look at those statements that the kids just wrote, y'all, please? Can I take a look at them? Okay, well, I don't want you to do this like this no more. I mean, I need you to really get signed statements and not narrative. I just would have been there every step of the freaking way, at least trying to be, but I just see more attention being turned towards social media, so I kind of wonder, is that to win everybody over? You know what I'm saying? Your daughter already won people over. Your people is ready to go hard for your daughter. So all you have to really do is work with us the best you can. Let us know, what all for real, for real. But people is willing to go hard for Kanika. You don't have to be extra. We love Kanika. And for me, that's how I saw everything. I saw some lies, I saw some cover-ups, when they asked her on the radio show, was there anybody down there with Kanika? She said no. And we all know that's a lie, y'all. We all know that's a lie. Well, conspiracy theorists say that it looked like it was somebody down there with her. She said no. So I don't know if that's just a thing for the public, or what. I really can't speak on. But at the end of the day, me, myself, personally, I would just I wear my heart on my sleeve anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I would just put all my truth and everything out there for y'all, because I genuinely want answers. And I don't trust these people I'm even interviewing with. I would trust y'all more than I would these people that's interviewing me. So as soon as the lady say, was there anybody down there with girl? Yes, it looks like it. It sure does. And I know that she probably couldn't say certain things. I know they already had a pre-interview or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I don't trust none of y'all. None of y'all. And if anything, I trust more the people that actually, love Kanika, more the people in the world that's reaching out to Kanika, that's speaking on. I trust more of y'all than I do these people. So I would be, me, myself, personally, I would be ready to out their ass one wrong move. And if I do come on social media, it would be to say, guess what, y'all? They tried to play me. And guess how? Yeah, they did. They sure did. So what can we do legally to kind of stop that? You see what I'm saying? That's how I would have been on social media. To my daughter's family. I've been noticing along the investigation that this, that, and the other is being covered up, and I'm not going to just sit quiet and allow them to keep doing this shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been more of me coming on social media, trying to just get everybody, to help me out with this cover up and the shit they was doing that just wasn't right or legal, but again, that's just me. Malika, you going hard for your subs, and I love you for it. I love y'all, Sylvia. I know a lot of people don't like, when I speak on, when I speak on certain things, but at the end of the day, I can only be real with myself. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all got me. So me being real with myself, I have to be real with y'all, I have no dog in this fight. I'm not getting nothing out of this. I have no reason to want to lie on Kanika or fabricate stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting nothing out of that. I literally want the truth. And I know y'all do too. And we've been at this for a long time, y'all, trying to figure this out. Shatika died in Rosemont, not the same year. I was wondering, did she die? Well, not did she die. I was just wondering about her death, period. Because from what I pretty much gathered, I know she was shot. And I believe it was gang violence. I do. I believe it was gang violence. And it was because of one of her status that her mom wrote. And her mom wrote a few statuses, but one kind of stood out to me when she said a particular gang really got off, that night. And she would never forget that night. And she ended it with like, rest in peace, my daughter or whatever. So when she said that the gang really got down that night and it was the death of her daughter's anniversary, it made me think that, okay, that particular gang must have killed her daughter. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what happened in Rosemont, but I've always wondered, about her death. But she's really close with the gay Wilson boy. She was really close to him. So I don't know. He still rep her, like he still keep her name alive to this day. He still keep her name alive. Like I said, he get jackets and stuff, but that's supposed to be Kanika's cousin. And I haven't seen a post written by him since September last year. So in honor of Kanika. So I definitely don't believe that they family at all. At all. I think he would have went just as hard for his cousin. That's just what I feel. I think that he probably got set up to show up at that party with his girls. I don't believe that everybody had the memo of what was gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? It was really gonna just be a party, but we was gonna snatch a chick up and rape her ass. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that everybody got the memo. Okay, I think that he probably don't speak on it too much because of the people that's involved, because the vice lords, because of the people that's involved, and he probably feared his gang. Of course, who don't? Who wouldn't? So if he did have any type of love or connection or relationship with Kanika, he really don't speak on it, probably because he was really thrown in some stuff that he didn't even know about or know it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to mix. Oh shit. I'm throwing. We have to mix boxing today, buddy. You want to go to boxing? Did he say he really want to go? Nine. I gotta let my time run over. My son, he's about to miss boxing and he getting mad. Like, dang, I gotta miss boxing. Did he say he really wanted to go?
Huh?
He said he really wanted to go.
Do you really want to go? I do.
You do? Okay, I'll still take you then. You just gonna be running a little bit late.
Be sure these before he get ready.
Yeah. Go ahead, but he got to start getting ready, and I'm about to go ahead and end my live so I can go ahead and take him up there. But he need to go ahead and start getting ready. He can eat some of those in the car on the way.
I was on your live a little bit.
You was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I heard you saying my name.
You did.
What'd you say about
me? Okay, get off, and he need to go get dressed first, and then y'all can share. He can get some on his way out the door. Okay.
Maya.
Okay, guys, I got to get ready to go. My son, he got to go to boxing today. Olympia, hey. Oh, Olympia, please send me a email so I can send you the information for the fasting. And that's another thing, you guys, before I get off. Make sure y'all email me. I have the conference line number and access code number, and I pretty much just, wrote up everything in one email, so you guys will have everything. A link to the Truth Be Told Ministries, that where we're gonna be at on Saturdays at 1:00. So I have everything in the email. So go ahead and send me an email. Let me know that y'all gonna participate in the fast, and I'll forward you guys that information. Okay. So Olympia, I'll be looking forward to yours. Again, my email is malikasworld@gmail. Don't forget the Z. All right. I'm gonna look at some of these comments. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go because my son is getting agitated with me. Heavy money here to be in this that particular hotel was chosen for because it's a high traffic area. Many people in that hotel. It's by the airport, known for prostitution and organ trafficking. Yes, that's true. That's so true. And that's the thing, Sharonda. They known for prostitution. It's known for organ trafficking. So we got to figure out what was they planning on doing with Kanika? Was they planning on selling her to the hotel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to. I could just been created my own type of theory. Like, okay, yeah, they raped her and the gangs pretty much sold her to the hotel. Gave her up and they tried to get her organs. But I want to just know for sure. I want to know, like, I'm not going to sleep well. I don't think Kanika's soul will rest until we actually have the answers and we know for sure, how did she get passed off? Because I think everybody's hands is dirty. That's what I believe, y'all. I believe everybody's hands dirty. I believe from the family to the friends to the gang to the hotel, even to the damn mortician. I believe everybody's hands is dirty. Okay. So I've already pretty much connected the family, the friends, the gang. Now I'm just pretty much trying to connect the hotel because I want to know How did they get involved? Because in the beginning, the raspy guy voice said it was something more of a long, and which I did believe in the beginning. He stated that they was caught in the act. So I believed in the beginning, okay, that sounds like something that could have been possible. They could have been caught in the act. So we just need to know this stuff 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, was it something to where they did something, the hotel, caught them in the act, and it was an agreement or a deal that was made? This brings us back to the raspy guy voice that we heard in the very beginning that said they was caught in the act and a deal was made. See what I'm saying? So I do believe that a deal was made for her. I do believe that some stuff happened, with a curveball got thrown into the plan, but at the end of the day, I just want to know for a fact, and I want to be able to produce some receipts so I can get y'all to actually be on the same page with me. But I definitely feel that, though. I definitely feel that. Hey, like, Love and Life. Perfect place to commit a murder if you have the money and the pool for the opportunity and cover up. Hotel does not want bad press. Hold on, baby. Hotel does not want bad press plus big deal in place. Exactly. I follow the money. Me too. And that's me too. Me too, Sharonda. I follow the money too. I follow the money trail. I've been following the money trail since the very beginning. And so I definitely believe that it was gonna be okay. I actually believe that it's a business where a lot of people I believe it's a business going on where a lot of these gangs, have this thing where they snatching a lot of these girls up and they selling them to these higher ups. I know that I did have some evidence that the vice lords was connected with was it Rothschild? One of them Illuminati high family elite, whatever. I think it was called Rothschild or whatever. But I don't know if they still connected with them to this day. This is how they was like established back in the day. They was getting funded by the Rothschild or whatever it's called, Illuminati. So that's huge. That's I actually had that shit like proof that the Illuminati funds the gangs. Okay. And why are they funding them? Why are they paying these people? Think about it, y'all. Why are they funding the gangs? Because the gangs are buying guns. This is where they're getting their guns and shit from. They're getting their dope and shit from. The funding, the money that's coming into the gangs, into the sets. Why are they funding them in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So evidently they're giving them something in return too. And most likely, if y'all know, secret societies, y'all know that they devil worshippers, y'all know that they more so want a living flesh, you know what I'm saying, in return, a human in return. So I really do believe that there is, and I don't have too much proof right now, it's something that I'm just actually seeing behind the scenes, and I think I'm going to eventually work on it. But I'm just believing that these gangs have this deal, this business with these people, and I believe that they are giving them young girls in return. But this is just something that I'm just looking into. Myself personally, I don't believe that the white man is just coming to our neighborhood snatching our young kids. I don't really believe that. I believe that our young men and women, of African American descendant, I believe that our people do not respect, the young girl like they used to. And I believe that a lot of the guys in the streets, they look at these young girls as lab rats. As my husband was telling me before, this is something that was going on for years. And I believe that, lab rats, thoughts, they don't respect those type of women. So I believe that they are snatching a lot of these girls up who they really think let low of. And I believe that they selling them out to these higher ups. What they doing to them? Are they sending them somewhere for sex trafficking, or they send them somewhere for organ trafficking? I really don't know, but I do believe that there is a business going. And like I said, I could have provided receipts. I had proof that it was actually they had ties, the vice lords had ties to Rothschild's family back in the day, and they was funding that gang. So it's possible that they still could be funding that gang, and they still have a relationship with that gang to this day. If you guys get what I'm saying, that's so deep right there. Like, that is a whole nother level for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get, that's like a whole other level of understanding, me trying to make sense of everything. It's just a whole nother level. So I'm really praying for more of a revelation and more of an understanding when it comes to that. I'm new to all of that. You know, this is just the stuff that I'm seeing behind the scenes as I'm reading the news and I'm reporting this stuff. And this is the feeling that I'm getting. You see what I'm saying? But I really don't know until everything's actually exposed to me and I can really say for sure. But I do believe that the gangs are being supplied by higher ups and the gangs are giving them our people in return. And not just saying our people, but people who they don't really value as human to me. That's the way I feel about it. I hate the Red Cross and dread hurricane season and hurricane shelters are in many prisons. Yeah, and that's nothing too. They turn the shelters into little caps and stuff. That's basically what they is. They want everybody to depend on them to need they government assistance. And you know, the way this world is going, it's going exactly the way the Lord said it's gonna go. I don't really want to get off topic, but I'm telling y'all right now, it's crazy out there. Just be safe, be prayed up. I definitely have to get out of here and take my son. But yeah, it was exactly, if there is a Rothschild connection, tread carefully. Oh, there was one. There always, I mean, it's actually out there, Peyton Place. You can look on YouTube and remember that documentary I was telling y'all to watch, the Vice Lord documentary. It's in maybe part 3 or 4. Okay, just look up on YouTube, look up Vice Lord documentary, and I think it's by that I forgot the guy name, but if you guys want it, just email me and I'll send y'all the link to it. But it's actually in part 3 and 4, and they give you the whole breakdown of, you know, how the Vice Lords first started, you know, everything about them. They became the second strongest gang because of the Rothschild that was behind them, funding them, and they, with the funds, they was able to go out and buy all these different weapons that made them the strongest gang out there. You know what I'm saying? They was able to buy all these drugs and stuff to keep the money going within the sets. So yeah, there was a connection. Not like I said, I actually did some research outside of that video and I saw there was a connection between the gangs and Illuminati, and I still believe it's like that to this day. I still believe it's like that to this day. So, but it's actually public information if you just go down the history of the Vice Lords, and you know, and the only reason why I even looked into the history of the Vice Lords because this is who Kanika was when she died, per them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to find out everything I could about this gang. And yes, they were funded by Rothschild. Now, I don't even know a lot of these elite people, but I just know that they are part of Illuminati, a strong elite family who pretty much run the world, I guess. So to know that they have gang ties, that should show y'all right there. This stuff is definitely levels to it. But we can't exclude the bottom feeders. We can't, because a lot of times they the ones getting their hands, not a lot of times, because they are the ones that's doing the dirt. They the ones getting their hands dirty, not the big guys, the bottom feeders. So I just wanted to say that, but I got to get ready to get up out of here. Yeah, the FEMA camps. That's what I'm saying. A lot of them hurricanes, I think that they actually creating them hurricanes to put people in FEMA camps so they can all seriously depend on the government, because it's going to be a time where they're going to literally tell you to either take this chip that we give you or we're going to cut all your assistance off, or, you know, so try to be independent. I talked about that before, you know, just try to be self-sufficient in this world as much as possible. And always equip yourself with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Be alert, be awakened at all time. An alert, awakened person in this time, in this day and age right now, is dangerous. Okay, so, and we can't be stopped. I got to get out of here though, but I love you guys. You guys have a blessed day. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Okay, if anybody want to join the fast, please email me so you can get this information. It'll be on the 31st is when we starting. Okay, all right, y'all, I'm out.